And we're live, everybody. Welcome in here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much all for stopping by tonight here for this one. Going down at Rupp Arena, Kentucky, number 10 in the nation, 21-5 at the top of the SEC with an 11-2 conference record, taking on the Florida Gators on the road, 17-9, 9-4 in the SEC right now. Welcome all to the stream. What is good, Ant, Patrick, Ryan? I don't know anymore. Welcome, guys, onto the channel. Yep, UCLA is up right now. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the update. 63-57 against Colorado, like 15-20 minutes ago or so. Colorado was leading by double-digit points, and then they just completely lost it in that game right now. But this game should be tipping off probably about 5 minutes or so, most likely, between these two teams, as I'll be calling play-by-play again tonight. Coming off the last game for Kentucky back on Tuesday, winners against LSU by 3, 79-76, the final. 3 points, that kind of seems close in this case. It wasn't really that close towards like under the 10-minute mark left to go in the second half. Kentucky pulled out to a double-digit lead. LSU got a couple of steals during like the last like minute or so that cut that lead down from like double digits to 3 points towards the very end, but Emmanuel quickly, he led the team in scoring 21 points, Maxey with 14, Nick Richards had a 13-point game, 6 rebounds, 6 blocks as well in that one, and the big key to success for Kentucky was the 3-ball, 9 for 18 from behind the arc. They were lighting it up from the outside against LSU, which throughout the season is something that Kentucky doesn't really do that much, is they don't really take as many threes as like all the other teams in the nation, but there they were lighting up the three-point ball. Hey, welcome in, Alex here. Thanks so much from the DMV Sportsnet for stopping by again. I don't know anymore, and Merle B-Ball fan over on Sportscaster. Welcome to the Sportscaster stream. Hey, welcome in, Raptor 2.0. What a game he puts out at Colorado. Yeah, Colorado was down by double-digit points. I can't believe that they've taken control of it right now at home. I did hear that Ovechkin got his 700th goal earlier today. Awesome. So he finally got it. It was like 2 weeks in waiting that they were basically hyping it up for like the national televised games to see it whenever he would get his 700 happened to be today. So let's see our scoreboard update. Florida State, last 10 seconds, trying to close it out right now as they will against NC State. 67-59 is the score in the final 10 seconds. Louisville beat UNC, final score 72-55, and UCLA up by 6 now. 1 minute left to go. UCLA leading against Colorado 66-60. And actually a three-point shot by Colorado makes it 66-63. So UCLA, how about that? 16-11. They're going to be 17-11 now, and they've won like a good amount of their games lately. Hey, welcome in, Thunderbolt. Thanks so much for stopping by again, man, on the broadcast. Yep, repping the URI hat for this one. They're taking on Davidson right now. I'll give you that update. I was nervous at the start of it seeing that scoreboard update. Rhode Island was down 4-0. I'm just going to refresh, see what we got right now for the scoreboard update. Still, it's 9-8, low-scoring game. The game's been paused for a while, like 13-20 left to go in that first half between those two teams. I think we should be up now. That is weird why that did that. That's the second time. It's the second time it's happened in the same time period. That's weird. It crashed. So, yeah, we are up again. So, yeah, we are up again. That's the second time it's happened in a 6 o'clock time slot over on my channel. So, that is weird why I did it. But we are up again here, everybody. Yeah, for some reason, if it crashes, I'll pop it right back on. That is odd. I've never seen it turn black before. Yep, I'm good now. I've never seen it turn black before, like completely black. Good thing it didn't happen during the game. I'm glad it happened during the pregame here, but hopefully everything will be working and everything here. It's a new computer I got like a month ago or so, so interesting why it crashed again. Hey, welcome in, Chicago Place. Thanks so much, my man, for stopping by. I appreciate it, bud. You're welcome. Yeah, I was trying to think of something like creative to give you for like a scoreboard or so, but I'm glad you enjoy the scoreboard for the baseball game you were covering today for spring training. So yeah, we should be fine right now. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure hit the like, hit the thumbs up. Here I call play-by-play of basketball and Behind the Arc basketball on YouTube. For the SEC bubble teams, looks like this. Florida at 17-9. They are right now projected at ESPN bracketology to be a 9 seed, as Mississippi State and Arkansas also on the bubble, probably on the wrong side of the bubble, most likely, with Arkansas definitely, because they've only got like 4 conference wins. South Carolina, I'm shocked that they're even in bubble consideration with a 16-10 record. Raptor 2.0 loves Colorado's court. Awesome, my man. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the mountain design that they have along the court. High altitude there. It's like over I think it's like around like 5,000 feet above sea level. Yeah, URI's down right now, 19-16. I feel like that game could be a trap game against Davidson. Davidson has been difficult to gauge so far this season. They crushed St. Bonaventure, I think, by like 31. And then they lost against St. Joseph's by 1 point in their last game. Davidson's been so difficult to gauge. So we're going to be getting ready to tip off just in a moment, everyone. Ashton Hagens with 171 assists here. Thunderbolt is putting out. He's had a great first 2 seasons for Kentucky, as he is the #1 leader in assists this season in the SEC, averages just over 6 per game. Hey, welcome in, Hawkeye Nation here. You thought I'd be doing Rhode Island-Davidson game. I actually can't get that one on TV. I don't have that TV channel. It's an odd time that URI is playing Davidson right now. Usually, they don't play too many like 5:30 games, like late afternoons or so. They usually play the Saturday games over on like around noontime. As we get ready for action, this game gets tipped off. Kentucky with the white uniforms and the blue letters and numbers for this game. Maxey gets the ball, swings it out to the right wing perimeter, into the hands now at the top of the key. That is into the game. Johnny Juzang, he got the start today for Kentucky. Right baseline floater, no good. Hit the back line rebound, Florida. Florida going in the orange jerseys for this one with the blue lettering. That shot off the mark. Offensive rebound by the Gators. They set it up to the top, moves it around to the right wing. Into the hands of Nemhard. Right baseline dribble, reverse hand, goes up and through. Florida with 2. 2-zip now to score, as we're already through the first 45 seconds of this one. Kentucky's second possession. They move it over. Montgomery at the left wing, hands it off. Brooks back over to Maxey now. Maxey passes over, and that's going to be a jumper. That one's good. 2. Left baseline goes down by Montgomery. Ties it up at 2. Hey, welcome in here, Jack, once again. Thanks so much for stopping by right now. Final score, Florida State beats NC State 67-61. So, close game there, but NC State not able to pull it out at home. Florida takes a 3. That one, left wing off the mark, no good. Maxey snags the rebound for Kentucky. If you guys are new on the channel, make sure to hit the like, hit the thumbs up here as I call play-by-play. Raptor 2.0 likes Tulsa. Not sure if they're going to make the tournament. Probably not. They're probably going to have to win out in the American Conference. They're going to make the tournament for the conference. They're going to have to win the conference tournament in the American. Kentucky with the basketball, top of the key. Maxey dribbles towards his right, swings it out to the right corner. Now back over to Maxey. Maxey, left elbow, makes his move inside, floats it up. It's good for 2. 4-2 now the score through the first 2 minutes of this one, Florida basketball. Hey, welcome in here once again. Random comments. Thanks so much for stopping by here again. Hawkeye Nation, go Iowa, putting out. Did the Red Sox steal signs to win today? Not as much as the Astros there. They start out spring training today, though. Florida, dribble jive into the lane. Pass, no good right there, so they get stolen away in the key by Kentucky. Quickly, with the ball, swings it over now to Juzang. Bounce pass over to Richards. Swings it back out to Maxey. Maxey passes over Montgomery. Clear lane right there to left baseline. Slams it down for 2. 6-2 the score, 17.5 left to go in the first half. Hey, welcome in, Jason here. Thanks so much for dropping by again here. Florida down by 4 to get the basketball. Top of the key into the hands of Nemhard. Nemhard passes over to Blackshear. Blackshear at the right elbow. Blackshear working on Richards, swings it back out to Nemhard. Nemhard with the basketball, dribbles towards the left elbow, bounce pass over top of the key, Blackshear. Blackshear makes his move inside, working on Richards, and he runs over Nick Richards in the lane, loses control of the ball, and that is a turnover by Florida. Ball goes back to Kentucky. So Colorado losing today against UCLA. Massive win, by the way. So, yeah, definitely a shocker there, Ryan. On the road at Colorado, UCLA, if they keep it up, they could be the surprise this season going to the tournament. Kentucky with the ball now, top of the key. 3 minutes through the game right now. Pass over to Quickly. Into the key. Quickly takes the jumper. We got a foul right before that, as that's a foul committed by Florida. And it stops the clock with 16:55. Jack putting out, this is Cindy, Jack's girlfriend. Wow, you do a great job. I appreciate it, Cindy. Thank you so much for stopping by here as well. Awesome, awesome, as we build up this channel. Rito Burrito, my Nova fan on the channel. Yep, I watched that game after Kansas Baylor today. I watched a little bit of Nova versus Xavier. Great win at Xavier today for Villanova. In the key, Richards has it. Passes back over to Maxey. Maxey with the basketball, top of the key. They have it now into the hands of Quickly. Quickly, dribble drive to the basket here. Going up, and a lot of contact. Quickly gets fouled. He'll go to line to shoot two. Emmanuel Quickly. Doing fantastic in the last game, dropping out 21. He leads the SEC in free throw shooting percentage at 91.5% from the line. Scotty Lewis, the freshman, number 9 overall recruit from the class of 2019. He picked up his second foul already into this game. We're not even 3.5 minutes through. First shot here by Quickly at the line. That shot is good. Puts it to a 5-point lead. Hey, welcome on the channel, Sports Gaming Winners. Thanks so much for stopping by, finding my channel. Yeah, indeed. Providence is looking really good, Rito Burrito. Providence red hot. All the adjustments Ed Cooley has made, he knows how to turn around the program. Just when that team felt like it was so dead when they lost against Long Beach State, he just turned them right around, and that team never quits. That shot's good as well by Quickly at the line. 6-point game, 16.5 left to go in the first half. Florida basketball. Top of the key, Nembhard. Swings over left wing of the perimeter. Bounce pass over to Blackshear. Backing his way now on Richards. Blackshear swings it out. Right wing over to Nembhard once again. Nembhard with the ball for the Gators. Bounce pass over. Right corner three taken. It's up. It's good. Florida hits it. 8-5 to score there. Having a lot of trouble inside already. Blackshear hits the three-point shot. He's been having a lot of difficulty already in this game going up against Richards in the low post. Maxey with the basketball at top of the key. Passes over. They make moving inside quickly. Pass it over to Richards. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched out of bounds. The refs are going to say by Florida, out of bounds by Blackshear. So it should be Kentucky basketball when we get back into this game. Oh, awesome. So Sports Gaming Winners is Weston. Thank you so much, Weston, for stopping by on the channel. Texas Tech, Iowa. Texas Tech, Iowa State there. He puts out, if I believe so. 4-3 to score. Thanks so much for the update. Yes, I hope so, Vegas Vix. Let's hope that URI gets the W here against Davison in the game going on right now. Close game, but Davison up by 3, 21-18. When's my next stream? I believe it'll be Monday. I believe it's going to be Monday. Florida State takes on Louisville. That should be a good game over on Monday. I'll be off tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm seeing my girlfriend early on, and then I got rehearsal later at night. Yep, Wildcats on top right now. My man Ant here as Nick Richards playing solid defense. Blackshear having no answers so far to Nick Richards in the low post. He had to take a 3 from the right corner, and he hit that shot. So, 8-5 Kentucky up during the first TV timeout. 4 minutes through the game right now. Looks like it's all Big Blue here on the channel. Anybody who's a Florida fan, feel free to let me know. But looks like the Kentucky fan base, like always this season, has always showed up. Yes, Dayton did win today, 80-70 over Duquesne. They were down at halftime, I think, 38-36. They came back and won. So, that is just interesting. Like, UCLA improves, I think, 17-11 for UCLA. They've come out of nowhere. Let's see how they're doing in the conference. UCLA 10-5 in the conference. Oh, yep. I don't know anymore. Is from Florida. That's right. That's correct there. Let's see here. They're winning games here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 straight by UCLA. 18-11. 7 out of the last 8 UCLA won. And they get some resume building opportunities last 3 games. They take on Arizona State at home. They take on Arizona at home. And then they finish off season finale at USC. So 3 teams on the bubble going up against UCLA to finish off the season to get themselves a record of 17-11. They can make it interesting if they win all 3 of those. Alright, Ashton Hagen's into the game now for the Wildcats as we get back to action. Hey, welcome in here. Unknown Salas 10 is back on the channel. Welcome back. Rito Burrito thinks that BYU will beat Gonzaga tonight. BYU is at home. and they keep on getting better and better and better throughout the course of the season. As well, they can shoot the 3-ball. I think like better than anybody in the country percentage-wise right now. As we're back to action, Kentucky takes the jumper, no good off the mark. Rebound, Blackshear, Florida. Gators with the basketball, past the half-court logo. Scotty Lewis, top of the key, with it. Swings it over to the right wing perimeter for Florida. Florida passes inside, passes back to the top of the key now. Moving it around the perimeter for the Gators. Gators with the basketball. Moves over to Blackshear. Passes right wing over to Trey Mann. Mann with the ball at the top of the free throw circle. Guarded by Maxey. Swings it out to the left wing. That's a 3. No good off the mark. Rebound by Kentucky. Kentucky with the basketball. A lot of difficulty shooting-wise for Florida so far in this game. Kentucky has it right wing. Moves it back to the top. Higgins takes a 3. This one's up. No good. Back iron. Rebound by Florida. Gators with the ball. 15 minutes left to go in the first half. Hey, welcome on the channel once again. Myrtle Roden, thanks so much for stopping by again. Florida has it around the perimeter left wing. Nick Richards guarding, and they pass it over to the right wing now away from him. Gators with the basketball with Quays Glover. Glover dribbles left elbow, bounce pass over to Blackshear. Back in his way on Montgomery, puts it up and in off the backboard. They're going to count it for 2, and Blackshear was fouled as well. And they're going to go to the free throw line and shoot the and 1. 8-7 is the score. Sports Gaming Winners here in the chat. He is Weston, and he asked me to subscribe over there. So, my man Weston over on the channel. I'll check out Sports Gaming Winners later. First shot coming up at the line by Kerry Blackshear. It's a 1-point game. Yeah, Tennessee, I was looking at that score earlier today, Jack. So, they were up by 17. Wow, and they lost to Auburn today. That shot's good. Tie game at 8. Man, I thought for a while, because they were up at halftime by like a good margin, I think. I think they were up by like 12 at halftime. Yeah, Ryan, definitely. He puts out, I thought that Andy Katz was on drugs when he put UCLA in his Power 36, and now he's starting to see why he did. Yeah, I was looking at the teams that they had played. I'm like, these aren't even good quality teams when you win against Washington, Washington State, Utah. And now they beat Colorado today at Boulder, so I got so much respect for that. 8-8 to score. Kentucky with basketball. Back in their way. Low post. Higgins swings it back around the perimeter. Maxey has it top of the key. Dribble drive inside. Maxey floats it up. It's good for 2. Kentucky out in front once again, 10-8. Hey, welcome in, Alexi here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Alex will be back here. No problem, man. Feel free join me back whenever you can. When you guys have a chance. Florida with the basketball. Shot fake. Blackshear moves it over to the left wing perimeter. Florida has it. Swings it back over to the left wing. Moves it inside. Bad pass stolen away by Maxey. Maxey with the basketball for Kentucky. Passes over left corner back over Maxey at the left wing. Maxey here with 13:50 left to go in the first half. Top of the key. Passes. Oh, nice pass inside. Sestina gets it up and in off the backboard. Nobody covered Nate Sestina as he was left wide open in the paint. Florida with the basketball back. 4-point Kentucky lead. 26-20 Davison. Yeah, slow start right now by Rhode Island's. But last week they had a really slow start against St. Joseph's as well. They were only up, I think, by like 3 or 4 at halftime. That ball goes out of bounds by Florida. Another turnover. This is rough trying to navigate around like the perimeter for Florida so far in this game. It's been difficult. Kentucky will get the basketball back. Oh, jeez. This is why Fats Russell... 0 points for Rhode Island. Yeah, that is uncharacteristic of him. That team basically, like, a lot of Fats Russell, and then Cyril Langevine's basically the leading rebounder. But yeah, that's why, like, looking at the score, it's, like, already past the halfway point, I believe, in the first half, and they only got 20 so far. That's it. That's it for a team who usually drops down a good amount of points. Kentucky with the basketball. Left wing, bounce pass over. Montgomery swings it back to Quickly. With the ball top of the key, passes right baseline into the hands of Montgomery. Steps out of bounds, though, at the back right corner of the baseline around the perimeter. Ball goes back to Florida. Hey, thanks so much, Lexi. I appreciate it. A ton of people tell me about that. We're building up the community with you guys here. It's awesome as we build up the resume for someday for me to be a sports announcer. Low post, Florida. No good on the shot. Gets rebound by Kentucky. Kentucky inside here. Dribble drive to the hole. Maxey puts it up and in. Banks it home for 2 more. 14-8. 12:40 left to go in the first half. Gators basketball. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, hit the sub here as they call play-by-play basketball. Awesome. Thanks so much for the update. Sports gaming winners. LSU up against South Carolina 15. Okay, 15-15. I thought that was a 17 for some reason. 15-15 with a tie. Blackshear takes a three. He's got another one. That's the only way that he's going to be able to hit shots today. The big fella, Kerry Blackshear, drains it down for the Gators. Kentucky with it as we approach the 12-minute mark. Top of the key, Hagans moves it out to the right wing. Into the hands of Maxey. Bounce pass back in their way. Montgomery swings it back quickly. Oh, nice passing. Left corner three. Sestina, though, off the mark. He had the idea. Gets rebounded by the Gators. Oh, we got some dono hype here in the chat. Thank you so much again for your generosity, my man Jack on the channel. I appreciate it, bud. Let's get some dono hype here in the chat, everybody. Florida with the basketball, 3-point game. They dribble now with Nemhard, making his move inside. Oh, it's blocked. Coming up right there, Sestina, Montgomery working on it. One of them got the block. Kentucky in transition, missed the layup. Too strong off the backboard. No good. Rebound, Florida. Gators with the basketball. 11:30 left to go in the first half. This game is flying along right now. Gators have it. Edge of Kentucky logo. Not too many fouls at all in this one. Florida with 2 fouls. Kentucky with only 1. Definitely different from the start of that Auburn-Kentucky game a few weeks back. That's a 3. Blackshear, no good off the mark. Rebound, Kentucky. Kentucky with the basketball, past half court. Swings it over. Sestina, wide open. He had it. He had to look at it. Just hit the front rim. Just a little bit too soft on the distance, but had the accuracy. No good. Rebound, Florida. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lexi. So sorry to hear that. Prayers, yes, prayers to you and your family. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lexi. Florida, left wing perimeter. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago. We had to put, the neighbor's dog had to be put down right across the street, and we had cared for the neighbor's dog, for 13 years. He was with us for 13 years, and our neighbor used to go on vacation. He has like family out in Italy quite a bit, so he goes on vacation out in Italy for like 2-3 weeks, and we used to take care of the dog for like 2-3 weeks, sometimes in a month. But he got put down, I think, like 2 weeks ago or so. It was so sad. He was a golden retriever too. 14-13 is the score. Kentucky just stole the basketball, and a foul committed by Florida at the top of the key of the perimeter. Stops the clock with 10:22 left to go in the first half. John Wall, former Kentucky Wildcat, he is at the game right now. For the Washington Wizards star player. Hasn't been on the court, though, for I think like a year and a half, trying to still recover from his injury by John Wall. 14-13 is the score. Hey, welcome on the channel here. Jacob the Kid, thanks so much for stopping by. Right now, we're just on the TV timeout. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the like down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. I call play-by-play basketball and Behind the Arc basketball on YouTube, college, NBA, the March Madness tournament all on the channel. So right now, we're just on TV timeouts. Ooh, yeah, rough start, Vegas Fix, for Rhode Island against Davison, man. 28-22, Davison at home leading URI is just, man. Just didn't show up early to shoot the basketball. They're going to need to make like major adjustments for URI later in that game. Currently, we're just on break here. Let's see what we got. College basketball scoreboard games wrapping up. The biggest surprise of the day has to be UCLA beating Colorado at Colorado 70-63. Thanks so much, Jacob the Kid. I appreciate it, my man. He puts out, like he said, I love your channel, brother. Go ahead and do your thing. I appreciate it, my man. You guys are awesome here on the channel as we keep on building it up. Both of these teams shooting the ball 50% from the floor. Kentucky 6 for 12, 5 for 10 for Florida so far. Leading scorer for the Gators, Kerry Blackshear, doing most of the work around the perimeter. 2 for 3 from the outside. 9 points by Blackshear. The transfer in the offseason, the highest transfer touted out of anybody from Virginia Tech in the offseason. Kentucky, the leading scorer right now, a tie for 4 points. E.J. Montgomery and Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, I'm just going to zoom in on that box score of URI Davison here. Yeah, Fats Russell still with 0. 0 for 5 from the floor, and they're down now 30-22 in the final. I think it's like 3.5 left to go. Yep, Kansas beat Baylor today. I called that game earlier today. Kansas lighting it up from the floor. once again. They are, I think, toughest team to beat, just top to bottom. They just look solid. 14-13, 10:22 left to go in the first half. So we get right back into this game. Not a whole lot of fouls so far. 2 fouls by Kentucky, 2 by Florida. The first half of this one rolling straight up. Pretty fast going by. College basketball today. A lot of these ESPN games, they have lasted less than 2 hours. Florida with the basketball trailing by 1. 14-13 the score. Gators have it top of the key. Nembhard. Nembhard lobs it over to the right elbow into the hands now of Blackshear. Blackshear pass inside. Low post, they put it up. And they get fouled in 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Keontae Johnson of the Gators as he got fouled from behind. Foul number 3 by Kentucky today. Stops the clock with 10:11 left to go in the first half. If anybody's new here out on the channel, feel free to make sure to hit that like down below. Hit the subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play basketball action. Yes, indeed. I don't know anymore has the emojis right there. He's got them for the game here in this one. Wildcat versus Gator. Indeed, guys, make sure hit the like button, folks, as well. Okay, second shot at the free throw line. Now it's good. The first one was a miss by Florida. Tied game at 14. Who did I favor this year? March Madness. Who's your underdog? I still like Dayton, but to the end of the season, I'm gonna have to keep on seeing them play to see if they're legit. Oh my goodness, Nick Richards in the pass in the key, punches that one home with a one-handed jam right there, throws it down, 16-14 to score. That's going to pump up the crowd. For my underdog, right now I really like Providence as well. If they can keep it up, this team could be red-hot dangerous. Going inside, Florida dribbles it. They get behind the defense, lays it up, and in for 2, 16-16. Also Creighton. I really like Creighton. Past couple games, they've really turned on the Jets as well. Kentucky with the basketball. Maxey passes back top of the key now over to Quickly with the ball, looking to pass it, swings it over into the hands now of Maxey. Maxey top of the key to the right corner, passes down, low post now. Richards turnaround jumper, and he gets fouled in the key. And Nick Richards will go to the free throw line, shoot 2, tie game 16. Thanks so much, Chicago Place, my man. I appreciate it, bud. You can definitely, you do an awesome job streaming too. You can definitely learn like a whole lot into like streaming for me and stuff like that, like watching my channel. It's awesome that I have you guys on the platform. Vegas Vix puts out Kentucky gonna win this game. Yeah, if I had to predict this, I like Kentucky in this one. 72-63 is my final. That shot left corner, no good off the mark. Kentucky rebound Florida. Florida with the basketball. Top of the key, passing off here into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard swings it back over Blackshear. Back over to the right wing, passes over to Blackshear, right baseline. They move it around the perimeter, over to the top now. Florida with the basketball inside the key, moves it back outside. That's a catch and shoot 3, no good, hits the front rim, and a rebound Kentucky. Maxey with the ball, he gets interfered with as Florida picks up the foul, stops the clock with 8:51. Raptor 2.0 is underdog VCU or Liberty. Ooh, man, it's gonna be tough for VCU to get back there. Did you see the score from last night? They get crushed against St. Louis. St. Louis might even have a shot to get to the tournament somehow, some way. I don't even think St. Louis is that bad. Oh, yes, here we go. Got buried with a bunch of other stuff. Dayton got another win against Duquesne. Yep, 80-70 today. Duquesne had a 2-point lead at halftime, 38-36, but they gave it up at half. No show in the second half. And, yep, Toppin went for 28. Jalen Crutcher, 17, all in half number 2. Man, I really like Dayton. Dayton and Kansas, again, if they meet up, that'd be crazy in the title game. That shot's good inside the key. It's a 2-point lead now by Kentucky. Nick Richards got the shot up and in into the key. So we got 8:34 left to go in the first half. Jason putting out every time somebody slams it down, scream, boom, shakalaka. Chicago plays streaming Giants Dodgers spring training baseball. Awesome, man. As the shot's good at the free throw line as well by Nick Richards. 3-point Kentucky lead. Richards with 5. Florida with the basketball into the hands of Blackshear. He has it at the top of the 3-point arc. Hands this one off to the left wing to Trey Mann. Mann swings it back over. That's a 3 taken in Florida. They took the 3-point shot way off the back iron. Gets the offensive rebound, banks it up, and then off the backboard, Keontae Johnson for 2. 1-point game right now. 19-18 to score. Kentucky with the basketball. Top of the key. Into the hands of Higgins. Higgins with the ball now. Moves it around into the hands of Juzang. Juzang swings it back right wing. Passes over to Higgins. Top of the key. Higgins has it. 7:55 left to go. Juzang moves it over now to Richards. Richard left elbow. Passes back to the top. Moves over to Maxey. Maxey inside. Puts up the floater. This one off the back iron. Richard tried to get it. Juzang there for the rebound. Oh, he passed. A bounce pass in the key. They put it up and then off the backboard. Montgomery for 2. Nice job there. Nice awareness in the key. Juzang gets the offensive rebound. Puts it on the bounce pass over to Montgomery. 3-point Kentucky lead. Stoppage on the clock here with 7:37 left to go in the first half. Raptor 2.0 thinks VCU will make it. Whether Atlantic 10 teams besides Dayton he has his underdog. Yeah, it could honestly be somebody who's not even Richmond or Rhode Island that makes it. And, oof, URI down by 8 at half. That's 38-30 against the defense. The defense has been doing well this season. 38 they put up against, Davison puts up against URI at halftime, though. Ooh, big oof there. So right now we're just on break in this game. They haven't got Fats Russell going yet. Man, 0 points, 0 for 5 from the floor. I'm worried about that game against St. Louis next week for Rhode Island. I'm going to that game, by the way. They take on St. Louis at home. And St. Louis, I feel like they're much better than what people expect. They got 2 really big rebounders on their team. Hassan French and Jordan Goodwin for the Billikens. That's another team that nobody's even talking about that could possibly, like, if they do win the A-10 title, they can make it into the tournament. Davison was my preseason favorite to make it in. Seems like they might have been able to catch fire right now with Davison. Lexi putting out, if I want to see her cat, go to our channel. It's her profile pic right there. And, yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, Lexi. So sorry. So right now we're just on break. Both of these teams shooting the ball well from the floor. Kentucky 53%, 50% so far by Florida. Leading scores tonight for the Wildcats look like this. 5 so far by Nick Richards, and 4 by 3 different players, Montgomery, Maxey, and Quickly. For Florida, leading scorer tonight, Kerry Blackshear with 9, 7 by Keontae Johnson. Raptor 2.0 up in the western area of the U.S. He's either going to a game at Oregon versus Cal or Stanford. That's cool, dude. That's great. Yeah, I'm taking a look at this UCLA game. UCLA against USC is the only home game left for UCLA, but they won today against Colorado 70-. Or no, UCLA has 2 home games. The only away games at USC. They got 2 home games against Arizona State, Arizona. Jacob, the kid liking the football team for Florida next season, points out they'll be legendary next year. Alright, we're going to get back to action. 7:37 left to go in the first half. Well, yes, we will do that. We'll hold a moment of silence right now. I'm going to do that myself before I call this one back. Alright, we are back. I'm so sorry to hear that, Lexi. This channel's up here for anybody. If you guys need anything, feel free to let me know during difficult times or anything. As we're back to action, Kentucky with the basketball. 7:15 left to go in the first half. Wildcats have it top of the key. Thanks so much for stopping by, Travis30, and finding my channel right now. They have it into the hands of Maxey. Maxey, dribble drive into lane, puts up the shot too high off the backboard. No good. Rebound, Florida. Gators with the basketball. Moves over to the left wing, passes left corner. That's a 3. It's up. No good. Hit the side rim. Offensive rebound by Florida. Puts it back on top now. Gators have it into the hands of Glover. Glover passes over. Nemhard with the basketball. Florida has it. 6:50 left to go in the first half. 14 on the shot clock. Bounce pass Blackshear. Swings it over. Right baseline dribble. Nemhard into the key. Floats it up. And that shot with a contact. He gets contacted and falls. So Andrew Nemhard will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 with 6:45 left to go in the first half. Jacob the Kid here talking about Florida's football team next season. Five-star #1 running back in the country. Official visit to Florida today. Man, that's incredible. If they're able to get him to commit, that would give them a major boost for next season. First shot here at the line coming up by the Gators. That one's up, and that one is good. It's a 2-point game with 6:45 left to go in the first. Does anybody else think that Duke is overrated? Yes, I do think so too. I think that their ranking is way too high for them. Second shot coming up here at the line. That one's good. The problem with Duke is the bench. It's just basically all Vernon Carey Jr. and a little bit of Trey Jones, and that is it. The bench has just been struggling. They're not consistent at all. Jordan Goldwire, Jack White, it's just been a massive problem all season long along the bench. Kentucky with the basketball. Left elbow, passes inside over to Richards. Tons of contact, but Richards goes over into the lane and runs over Keontae Johnson. That's going to be an offensive foul by Nick Richards. And the ball goes back to Florida off the charge with 6:26 left to go. Richards picks up his second foul. That's not who you want in foul trouble with foul number 2 right now. So they got 5 as a team. 5 fouls by the Gators, 5 by the Wildcats at the moment. If anybody's new here on the channel, make sure to hit that like down below, hit that subscribe button as well. I call play-by-play basketball, college basketball, the NBA, the March Madness tournament on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, Florida. With the basketball as we near that 6-minute mark. They pass it over top of the key Glover. Moves it over to the left wing perimeter for the Gators. Gators with the ball. Now they move it over to the right wing into the hands of Trey Mann. Mann with the basketball. Guarded by Sestina here. Bounce pass. Low post to the right baseline. They go outside, take a 3. It is up. It is good by Florida as they hit the triple down. They take a lead. Gators with a lead by Trey Mann from the right wing perimeter off the 3 ball. Kentucky with the basketball. Top of the key now into the hands of Quickly. Moves it over right wing to Hagans. Passes back Quickly. Quickly with the basketball at the top of the key. 5:40 left to go in the first half. Kentucky with it. Quickly. Back over to Hagans. Hagans here at the edge of the Kentucky logo. Moves it over Maxey. Maxey with the basketball right at the top of the key. Dribbles left elbow. Takes a deep 2. It's up. No good. Hit the side of the backboard. Rebounded by the Gators. Gators basketball. Florida dribbles past half court right now. They have it top of the key up by 2. 5:20 left to go in the first. Moves it over left wing perimeter. Hagans playing defense as they swing it back over to the top away from Hagans to the right wing now. Florida with the basketball. Glover. Moves that one over into the hands of Nemhard. Back over to Glover. Glover, dribble drive into lane. Floats it up. And with a lot of contact, Quace Glover gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Shoot 2. Coming up for Florida with 5:06 left to go. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Jason. I had to pay for $15 parking when I went to a BU game with my girlfriends. It was Boston University against Dartmouth. They charged me $15 for parking for a Boston University basketball game. It's not like it's like a major team or anything, like a big power conference team. They charged me $15 for parking because that's what it is in the city of Boston. First shot, no good at the free throw line by Quace Glover of Florida. Second shot coming up here. That shot's up, no good, rattled out, rebounded by Kentucky. As Florida also pushed off in the rebounds, and Keon Brooks got it. Wildcats will get the basketball right back. I'm so sorry, Lexi. Let's send some big hugs in the chat over to Lexi. So sorry to hear that. As Kentucky has the basketball right back here at the left wing perimeter. Quickly with the ball top of the key. They move it over to the right corner. Shot fake. Clear some space. Dribble drive inside. Oh, nice passing. Left corner. They take a jumper. That one partially blocked and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Gators. So the jumper at the left baseline by Brooks. Got blocked by Dante Bassett of Florida. Went out of bounds. Yeah, too bad, Vegas Fix, that there's not a URI RAM emoji on here. Or the URI RI emoji that they have for the logo. Going inside. Floater. No good. Maxey tried to go for the tip-in. He does. Maxey gets the tip-in. It will count, and he got fouled as well, so he'll go to the free throw line and shoot one shot with 4:36 left remaining in the first half. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, hit the sub here down below, and hit the notification bell if you really enjoy what I do, as well as I call play-by-play basketball and behind the arc basketball on YouTube. Hey, welcome in here, Triet. Thanks so much for stopping by, Triet, on the channel. Welcome in, CEO Citrus. Thanks so much for stopping by here, Nova Scotia. That is a first, I think, getting somebody from Nova Scotia. Awesome, awesome. I've never got somebody, I don't think I've got somebody from New Brunswick before, but Nova Scotia, right next there. Awesome. I'm from Massachusetts, so just have to go a little bit more north to hit the Canadian border, Mass, New Hampshire, then into Maine, where you hit basically New Brunswick, and then on the way to Nova Scotia. At the free throw line, Kentucky hits it right there. It's a 1-point game. Florida going inside, they score with a quick 2. 25-24, 4:15 left to go in the first half. Kentucky with the basketball. Top of the key into the hands of Higgins. Higgins dribbles left wing perimeter for the Wildcats. Passes over to Quickly. Quickly with the ball, dribble drive into lane. Floats it up. Rolls around the rim. No good and gets tipped out of bounds. Florida say it's out of bounds by Kentucky. It is. Refs say out of bounds by Keon Brooks. And the ball goes right back over to the Gators. That is a Ram right there. So there we go. I don't know anymore. Yep, Davison taking on Rhode Island. So a Ram versus Wildcat in that game as well. Wildcats, one of the most frequently used college logo mascots in college sports and basketball, besides Bulldogs. I think Bulldogs is the most frequently used. That shot in the key, no good. Florida, rebound by Quickly. Quickly of Kentucky passes over to Maxey, bounce pass Quickly. Quickly with it, 3:40 left to go. Passes back over to Maxey. Maxey has it now for the Wildcats. At the top of the key, Kentucky dribbles, makes their move inside. Higgins with the basketball inside right there, lays it up and in for 2 as he blows by the defense. 1-point Kentucky lead with 3.5 remaining. Hey, welcome to the channel. 2 people is new here, David Harder and Penny Stice. Thanks so much for stopping by in the channel, liking Florida in this one. We got some new people here on the channel. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that like, hit that sub here, as I call play-by-play basketball. On Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, I call college basketball, the March Madness Tournament, and the NBA on the channel. 3-point shot off the mark, no good by the Gators. Rebound Kentucky. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Wildcats basketball. They move it over left wing to Higgins. Higgins with the ball now. With 2:50 left to go. Noah Locke struggling for Florida. Is 0 for 3 from the floor. No points so far by Locke. Higgins still has it. Kentucky. Oh, bad pass. A little bit too low, and it gets stolen away by Florida. Florida with it. Dribbling now at the right baseline. They cough it up. Stolen right back. Quick. That is Maxey actually with a steal. Maxey passes over. Sestina takes a 3. It's off the mark, off the back of the backboard, and it goes out of bounds. So timeout on the clock. 2:32 left to go. And it's a 1-point lead right now by Kentucky. Yes, Jason, you're exactly right. Florida does play Kentucky once again, a regular season finale. That game is on Saturday, March 7th. And that's at Florida in Gainesville. Tonight is at Rupp Arena. Right now we're just on TV timeout in this one. Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to scroll up because Ryan had a really good point right there. Yep, he knows Rhode Island won't win if Fats Russell goes 0 for 6 again. Yeah, hopefully he's able to come out in the second half because they're down by 8 right now, 38-30 at halftime against Davison. Raptor 2.0, Oregon fan, only because he goes there for college. Growing up, he liked Penn State. Cool, man. That's awesome that you're going there for college. That is great that you go to Oregon. Fantastic. I never had that opportunity to go to a D1 school. I went to a D3 school here in Massachusetts. A lot of the schools in my area are like D3. Not too many for D1. We got 4 of them in Rhode Island. We got a couple in Massachusetts as well for D1. Yes, make sure if you're new to the channel, hit the like, hit the big red subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell if you really enjoy what I do as well here on the channel. Hey, welcome back, Landon White. He is back on the channel here. Thanks so much for stopping by again. And Boulder Vaughn is back as well. So right now we're just on break. We'll take a look. Leading scores of this game. Keontae Johnson leads the way for Florida with 11. For Kentucky, the leading scorer in this one has got 7 points. That's Tyrese Maxey. He's also got 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So Maxey looking really good so far in the early stages of this one. Nick Richards, 5 points, but he's picked up 2 fouls. Foul trouble looks like this. Nate Sestina, 2 fouls for Kentucky. 2 by Montgomery, 2 by Richards. They got 6 as a team. For Florida, foul numbers look like this. 2 by Scotty Lewis, as he's yet to take a shot today. 1 by Noah Locke, 1 by Nemhard, 1 by Blackshear, 1 by Bassett, and 1 by Jitabo. They got 7 as a team. We got 40 people in the chat here. Thank you all so much for joining in. I appreciate it. Everybody for being a part here on the channel right now. 1 point Kentucky lead as we have about 2.5 left to go before halftime. Yes, hello from Knoxville, Tennessee. Kristen here. Thank you so much, Kristen, on Jack's account right now for watching my stream. This is awesome having everybody being a part on the channel tonight. The surprise of the day was UCLA winning at Colorado. That is the surprise of the day right there. UCLA improves to 17-11, 10-5 in the Pac-12, and they now have moved up and have a shot to actually get into the NCAA tournament, a shot that nobody had predicted about a month ago. Teams that had like a 1% chance that's really turned over the boat, turned the ship in the right direction, that would be UCLA and Providence as well. Providence has just turned on the Jets with back-to-back ranked victory, or they had ranked victories last week against Butler and Creighton, and then they beat Georgetown, who was in the bubble conversation, but today they beat ranked Marquette. 26-25, we're back to action. Kentucky playing defense as Florida passed. It's a kicked ball violation by Kentucky. Florida will get it back with 2:15 left remaining. Thanks so much, Daniel, for the like and the sub. I appreciate my man. Yeah, low-scoring game right now. These two teams aren't even shooting the ball that bad from the floor either. I think, yeah, they were at like 50% a couple of possessions ago. 47 for Florida, 44 for Kentucky. It's not like they're shooting the ball at like high 20s, like low 30s. That's a three-point shot taken. Florida hits it. Gators hit another three, 28-26. Trey Mann with 6. Kentucky with the basketball right now, top of the key. So, yep, Rhode Island is at halftime. They're trailing by 8 against Davidson, and Davidson's the toughest team for me to get a read in. They crushed St. Bonaventure, I think, by like 31. And then they lost against the worst team in the conference, St. Joseph's, on Tuesday. Passing over, Keon Brooks takes the jumper. Good for 2. Wide open at the left elbow. Tie game at 28. 1:30 left to go before halftime. Gators basketball. Florida dribbles past the half-court logo. Into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard now with the basketball. 20 on the shot clock, 1:23 remaining. Nembhard has it right wing, guarded by Maxey. Lob over the top. Missed the alley-oop. Instead, they're going to dribble right back to it. So they corral the pass a little bit wide for the alley-oop. They pass it over. Take a 3. That one from the outside. No good off the mark. Ball tipped around. Offensive rebound. Blackshear. Low post puts it up. Too strong. Rebound ripped away from the boards by Brooks. 1 minute left to play. Kentucky basketball in the tie game. They have it at the right wing. Nice movement to the corner. That's an open 3. Got it. From behind the arc, Ashton Hagans. Right corner, drain it down, Kentucky on top. 31-28. Florida with the ball now. 50 seconds left to go before halftime. They have it into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard, dribble drive into the key. Lob over the top, missed alley-oop. Rebound Kentucky. Kentucky with 40 seconds. They have it at the right wing. Dribbles to the free throw circle. Moves it over left corner Brooks. Brooks back in his way. Low post working on Blackshear. Passes back on top. They're going to chew the clock off with the basketball. 13-second differential. Shot clock and game clock right now. Game clock down to 25. Shot clock down to 12 right now as they have it. Pass it over left wing. Hagans with it. Dribbles the basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Moves it over. Open. Jumper. Left corner, though. Off the mark. No good by Montgomery. Rebound Florida. 3-point game. 12 seconds left to go. Florida. Past half court. 10 seconds. They get the basketball with Nembhard. 8 seconds. They get the dribble drive into lane here. Guarded by Maxey with 3. Passes off Blackshear. 2. Oh, late pass. They're going to take a 3 at the horn. Oh, they hit it. Did it go off in time? It did. 3-point shot just in the nick of time, and we are tied up at 31 here apiece at halftime as Quays Glover hits home the left wing 3-point shot and the tie game up at 31. Yes, indeed. Really, really good game here. A lot of play-by-play and not a whole lot of fouls. I like this type of game here, everybody. A buzzer beater indeed right there. I wasn't sure if Blackshear was going to get the pass off, but he did. Exactly at the left wing, over to Quays Glover just in the nick of time and drilled it down for the 3-point shot. We got over 40 people in the chat, everyone. Make sure, hit the like, hit the sub if you guys are new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. This is awesome as we build up the channel. A lot of people here on the chat right now. This is awesome. Let me know down in the chat below if you guys are new to the channel. Feel free to let me know if you're a Florida fan, Kentucky fan down in the chat. So right now we're just on break. A good game here at halftime between these two teams. As we got half right now. Hey, welcome in AK-16 again. Yup, Baylor lost earlier today. Called that game against Kansas for the second half. Yup, here comes Rhode Island. 5 straight points in a row. 38-35 on the road against Davison. Thanks so much for the update, Ryan. I appreciate it because I cannot get the CBS Sports Network, and I'm covering this game for you guys, even though I love watching URI basketball and Providence play as well for my two favorite college basketball teams. I'm glad to have you guys update me with the score. It is awesome. So right now we're just at halftime. Other games going on tonight for college basketball. Number 4 ranked San Diego State in action. In about 45 minutes from now, they take on UNLV. San Diego State 13.5-point favorites. Number 6 Duke taking on Virginia Tech tonight at 8 o'clock. Ranked matchups to close out the night with two of them. Number 14 ranked Oregon takes on number 24 ranked Arizona at 9. And number 2 Gonzaga, possibly an upset alert, taking on number 23 BYU tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. Me too, Jack. I love games like this. I really do. This has been an awesome game to call. I love games that's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I hate those type of games that's blowouts and maybe like the team comes back or so, but I like the game that's always into the thrill or so. And this is that type of game. Some of the games that I wasn't really like a big fan of was that Michigan State-Illinois game a couple weeks ago that I called on a Tuesday night. Michigan State was up by 20 points, blew a 20-point lead, almost lost against Illinois. Illinois came back, got a 1-point lead, and then Michigan State won the game with a punch-in by Xavier Tillman, who threw down the offensive rebound, slammed it home with like 6 seconds left to go. But it's those games that I was like, yeah, there's no hope for Illinois. They're not coming back. They're not coming back. Then they come back down by 20. I'm like, whoa. Like this game, we're deadlocked even at halftime. This is a great game. So Davison up by 6 right now against URI. Looks like Davison just drilled a 3-point shot, so it's 41-35. Raptor 2.0 for Florida in this one because Kentucky rejected him for college. Never liked their basketball program. He pointed out. I'm sorry to hear that they rejected you from college there, bud. Oregon should win tonight, AK16 points out. I'm going to go Arizona, AK16. I'm going to go Arizona because Oregon struggled on the road. Oregon is 4-5 on the road this season. And they lost to Washington State and Oregon State on the road. And they take on Arizona tonight, who Arizona, I believe, has been a really good home team so far this year. Yeah, Davidson's up now 44-35 against Rhode Island. Final, like, 17 minutes left remaining in that game. Currently, we're just at halftime. Yeah, if you guys enjoy the content here on the channel, feel free to join the Discord as well. Welcome to the channel, Jaguars for Life. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yup, a buzzer beater by Quace Glovers. Florida tied this game up at 31 just to go into halftime. Vegas Vic's pointing out we should go to the URI Davison game to get the URI fans pumped up. Yep, we're gonna have to travel all the way over to Davison for that one. We'll travel through the Hyperloop. Vegas Vic's. We'll do the Hyperloop. Not sure if you guys know what that is, but there was some talk about some underground rail system, like a vacuum in a tube that would take you like 600 miles per hour underground and so fast speed. It would be like, say if it was like an hour drive to get from like Boston to Providence, it would take like literally like 5 minutes in like a Hyperloop or so. Or say if you had to go from like San Francisco to Phoenix, it would take you like a half an hour to go there, like in the Hyperloop. It's crazy what people were talking about. But yeah, we'll ride that down over to Davison, and we'll be there just in the nick for the end of the game. Awesome. I don't know anymore. Posted the buzzer, Peter, or the buzzer right there to tie it up at Discord for halftime. Fantastic. I'm gonna check that out once again at the end of this stream. What do I think was the best moment of the season so far for college basketball? Best moment of the season had to be that game that I called that was ridiculous. UNC against Duke. I've never called a game like that before, and that was insane. Not one, but 2 buzzer beaters, both by Trey Jones. And no matter what the records are during that rivalry game with UNC against Duke, you just got to throw the records out the window because it's always a close game between those two teams. And we had that night. We had over like 8,000 people view the video. It was absolutely insane. Kentucky versus Louisville, that was a massive game as well. There was a game, I think, a couple nights ago. Eastern Illinois was trailing. They were down by 27. 27 points. They were down in the second half against Murray State. They came back and won it. They won it by 3. It's insane. I think, insane. Down by 27, they came back and won by 3. Hey, welcome to Sportscaster AZYA. Thanks so much for stopping by in the channel right now. 44-39. Yep, Davison up by 5 with 16 minutes left remaining in that game. Fats Russell, ooh, still struggling. 0 for 8. Big yikes. Kellen Grady with 14 for Davison. I feel like there's another player in there. Yeah, actually, John Axel Goodmanson hasn't had a great game either. He's 2 for 7 from the floor for him. Davison was actually my preseason favorites to win the A10. They played a really difficult non-conference schedule as well, but I can't get a read into them this season. Taking me all the way through like late February here, they just obliterate St. Bonaventure, who has a great record by like 31, and they lose by 1 to St. Joseph's, who is the worst team in the conference, who picked up their first win earlier this week. Let's see here. Anthony Edwards just posterized a Vanderbilt defender, and he destroyed him with a and 1. Oh, man, gonna have to check the replay out for that later. Yeah, that's what a lot of draft analysts are saying, Jason. They're looking like Anthony Edwards is probably going to go #1 in the draft. For a lot of the websites, they have been posting about it. Indeed, Jason, that game was insane. I've never called like a game like that intense before. That was an incredible game. Raptor 2.0 thinks that Duke versus UNC or Eastern Illinois' comeback was the best moment of the season. Yeah, or Silvio De Sosa with a stool that looked like it was like the Malice at the Palace about to begin with Myles Garrett 2.0 all over again. That was a crazy night with Kansas versus K-State. Jack pointed out, if Bob Kessler ever retires, I need to become the voice of Tennessee. That'd be fantastic someday if I was able to like call like games for you guys like at a site or something, to be able to like call the games on the radio or TV. That'd be incredible someday. So yeah, right now we're just at halftime. Florida State beat North Carolina State earlier today, 67-61. So NC State got past Duke, not against Florida State though. Louisville beat UNC tonight, 72-55. The shocker of the night has to go to UCLA. UCLA winning against Colorado at the Buffalo's Arena in Boulder, 78-63 the final. The big game today though, Kansas beat Baylor, 64-61, and Dayton over Duquesne, 80-70. Here comes back Rhode Island, 3-point game. Davison up by 3, 44-41. Thanks so much for the update, Ryan here. Yeah, Raptor 2.0 pointing out the draft class is kind of weak in his opinion. Yeah, it's not really, like, a lot of players not really shining here for college basketball. I'm taking a look at, like, when I was going through, like, an article, seeing, like, these projected draft stock of these players. I was looking at some of these players, I'm like, who is this? Who is this? Killian Hayes, I think he plays in France. RJ Hampton, overseas. LaMelo Ball, overseas. For Lonzo's brother. A lot of these players that they keep on saying are, like, top players, like, first-round picks, like, a good amount of them are, like, international players that's playing, like, international right now. Instead of going to college. I feel like that's going to be the new norm, most likely, for like the future of college basketball. It seems like a lot more players are choosing to play overseas instead of going to college now. It's going to be getting even more interesting a couple of years from now when Bronny James goes into the draft. He'll probably just go from high school over to the draft. They think he's only like 14 or 15 years old, so he's still gotta go through high school. And he's also playing in the same high school team with Dwayne Wade's son, Zaire Wade. Sports gaming winners, no problem, man. Feel free to share your scores here in the chat. Awesome, yeah. Feel free, if you guys have any scores, let me know and update them as well. Yep, Davison up 46-41, 14-20. Left to go in the second half versus Rhode Island. Fats Russell still with 0 at the moment. 0 for 9 from the floor. That's exactly how they lost to Richmond, because Fats Russell got nothing. Fats Russell struggled on the court, and once again tonight, Davison has locked them down, and that's a problem. That is a problem at the moment. And they had a whole week to basically just reset and figure it out, too, for URI, too. They had the whole week off. Tyrese Martin leading the way in scoring with 15. That's and he's 7 for 10 from the floor. That's bad if Tyrese Martin is your leading scorer for Rhode Island, because I think he's the number 3 scorer on the team. But he's averaging like 15, I think, throughout the past month. Cyril Langevin, he's only got 7 rebounds, too. He's a double beast this season for URI. Cyril Langevin is averaging over 10 rebounds per game. For Davison, Kellen Grady's got 14. Oh, awesome. I don't know anymore. Posted the buzzer out on his channel. That's great, man. I'm definitely going to check that out after this game's finished. Here comes Rhode Island, back winning 3. We'll see if they can tie it up or take the lead. Right now, we're just at halftime between these two teams. Florida, the leading scorer, Keontae Johnson with 11. For Kentucky, leading the way in scoring right now. No double-digit scores at halftime for the Wildcats. Leading the way, 7 by Maxey and 7 by Higgins. Tyrese Maxey already in the first half. Great game so far by him. 7 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. I actually didn't see the video with Lil Boozy. Oof, big oof with that 3-point shot that Davison just hit, because Rhode Island is a good perimeter 3-point shooting defending team this season. I think they're like top 10 in defending the 3 in college basketball. So Davison just hit a 3-point shot, but looks like URI here with the update. Ryan's posting that's drawn winning 4. I'd like to see if they can get out in front. 31 even right now at the half. Right now, we're just on break. I do plan on doing that. I do plan on streaming Louisville versus Florida State on Monday. So feel free to turn on notifications so you guys will be posted when I do go live for streaming. If anybody's new here on the channel, make sure hit that like, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, as I call play-by-play on the channel on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And Cyril Langevin's got 12 now for the Rams. So yeah, this is the only game going on right now as far as ranked basketball. San Diego State will be taking on UNLV in about a half an hour from now. Duke against Virginia Tech at the start of the 8 o'clock hour, an hour from now. Oregon, Arizona, 2 hours from now. And 3 hours from now, Gonzaga versus BYU to close out the night for ranked basketball action. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by, finding my channel, Brandy Houston. Welcome on the channel. Hopefully they can keep it rolling. I keep on seeing that they're up. Davidson's up by 2, then they're up by 3, then they're up by 4. That's basically been the norm. And Fats Russell is still yet to score. Currently, we're just at halftime here, everybody. We're going to get back for the second half in a little bit for the play-by-play of this game. And they're up by 4 once again. Nothing new. So, we'll be back second half in a little bit from now. Oh, by the way, Memphis beat Houston. So, Houston looking like they'll probably be outside the top 25 come on Monday with a loss today against Memphis, 60-59. That game's still got a long way to finish, though. It's like 12:30 left to go. So we're just awaiting to get back here in the second half a little bit from now. If anybody's new on the channel, let me know down in the chat below who you're rooting for in this game. If you're a Kentucky fan or a Florida fan, let me know down in the chat below here. As I call play-by-play of college basketball, the March Madness tournament, the NBA, as we're on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Both of these teams shooting the ball at 46% from the floor in the first half. Rebounding advantage goes to Florida, +3 on the board, 16-13 in the first half. Turnovers, though. Florida has turned it over 7 times in that first half. Kentucky with 4 turnovers. Not a whole lot of fouls, though, until the second stage of that first half. Fouls 7 by Florida in half number 1, 6 by Kentucky. All right, we're going to get back for half number 2 here. Brandy, thanks so much for stopping by, as she is a Kentucky fan on the channel. Welcome to the channel here, as we're going to get back for second half action in this one. All right, Florida with the basketball, going right to left in the court. They got it first. To start out half number 2. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, hit the sub, and hit that big red subscribe button, as well as the notification bell as well. Florida backdoor cut, puts it up and in off the backboard. Counts for 2 right there for the Gators, as they take the 33-31 lead. Blackshear with 11. Kentucky first possession the second half. They got it left wing perimeter. Maxey with the basketball at the top of the key now. Dribbles towards the right wing for Tyrese Maxey. Passes over, lob over the top here to Richards. Inside the low post, backing his way on Blackshear. Hook shot. Goes, and that one's good for 2. Rolls around the rim and in. Tie game up at 33. Nick Richards with 7. Florida with the basketball at the top of the key with Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Hagans now with the ball. Nembhard swings it back over here into the hands of Blackshear. Passes over to Nembhard once again. This bounce pass. Blackshear has it. Right wing perimeter. Swings it back over to the right corner. Shot fake. Johnson makes his move inside, and he jams it down with a two-handed jam at the right baseline. Slam right there. 2-point Florida lead. First minute through the second half right now. Keontae Johnson with 13. Kentucky with the basketball. Top of the key. Into the hands of Johnny Juzang. Moves it over right wing. Now back over to Maxey. Maxey over at the top of the key. Has the ball in his hands. Swings it back over to the left wing. Kentucky has it. 10 on the shot clock. Makes their move. Dribble drive. Low post. Back outside. Juzang clears some space. Passes over right corner. Ball stolen away from behind. Oh, Florida gets the ball. Here goes the Gators. Moves it up in transition. Left wing. Dribble drive. Inside the lane. Going inside. Nick Richards partially blocks, and Kentucky gets the basketball back. 18-20 left to go. In half number 2, Kentucky has it down by 2. They get it at the left wing perimeter. Maxey with the ball. Hey, welcome in, Jason Reese. Thanks so much for stopping by on the channel right now. I appreciate it, bud. They got it left wing perimeter. Takes the 3 up, and no good off the back iron. Rebound, Florida. Gators have it. 18 minutes left to go. Florida past the half-court logo in Nembhard. Nembhard at the right wing. Dribbles now right baseline. Passes inside low post. Blackshear puts it up. Puts it up, and are they going to count it? Yes, they are. Up and in off the backboard, they count it for 2, and Blackshear gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot the and 1 as the clock is stopped with 17:58 left to go in the first half. Or second half, actually. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure, hit that like, hit that sub. Join the Discord if you enjoy what I do as well here, as I call play-by-play. A basketball, college basketball, NBA, March Madness tournament on the stream. Blackshear at the line. Montgomery just picked up his 3rd foul. The and 1 by Blackshear. It is up, and it is good. Largest lead tonight here by Florida. 5-point lead with 17:55 left to go. As EJ Montgomery has a seat on the bench. Kentucky with the basketball. That KU game on fire today. Baylor just could not get a clean look for a 3-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Kentucky missed a 3-point shot. Rebound, Florida. Gators have it past the half-court logo. It's Quace Glover. Passes over free throw circle. Backhand on top. That's a 3 taken off the mark. No good. Maxey grabs the rebound. That's his 6th tonight. Maxey past the half-court logo. Dribbling. 17:30 left remaining. They have it at the top of the key. Hands it off. Swings it over right wing back over to Maxey. Puts it back on top here to Hagans. Hagans with the basketball. Moves it over left wing. Bounce pass here to Richards. That's who they need to go to. Turnaround jumper. No good, though, off the back iron. A little bit too far for Richards there. Took the mid-range instead of moving a little bit closer to the hoop in the key. 17:10 left to go. 5-point lead now, Florida. Gators have the basketball. Dribble drive. Inside. Puts it up and in with a left hand. It'll count for 2. They were fouled as well. So the Gators will go to the free throw line, shoot 1 here with Keontae Johnson with 17:06 left to go on the clock. Nate Sestina was the one guarding him, just blew past Sestina, and he picked up the foul as well. Let's see, Furry versus Wilder. Who do I got in that one? I'm going to go Furry tonight. I don't really watch like that much like boxing or anything, but I'll go Furry in that. That shot no good at the free throw line. First 3 minutes through the second half. Kentucky with the basketball. Left wing Sestina. Hands this one off over to Quickly. Quickly at the top of the key. Dribble drive inside. Quickly. Stopping Poppies. Got it. They're going to count it? Yes, they do. Quickly gets fouled as well. Quickly will go to the free throw line and shoot the and 1. 5-point game now. 40-35 to score. Yep, 51-50 to score with Davison against Rhode Island. Davison up by 1 right now against URI. Fats Russell still 0 points. Here they are at the free throw line. for Emmanuel quickly shooting 1. Leading the SEC in free throws. He is good. Draws winning 4 right now. 40-36. Florida with the basketball. They dribble past half court. If anybody's new here to the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe here as I call play-by-play. They have it at the right wing of the perimeter. Blackshear with the basketball for Florida. Passes this one off over to Trey Mann. Mann passes back over to Blackshear. Almost stolen away. Gets it right back. Blackshear has it. Swings it back over left wing. Nemhard with the basketball. Moves over right corner. That wide open. Takes a 3. It's off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Kentucky. And we get a foul by Nick Richards from behind. They're wondering why. That did not seem like a foul there. I thought it was a clean rebound. Or no, they're going to say Sestina. Sestina picks up his 4th. So they're going to put it on Sestina now. Sestina checks out of the game. Picks up foul number 4 tonight for Kentucky. That is the 3rd foul of the second half now by the Wildcats. Low post, it was Sestina and Richards battling for the rebound, working on Blackshear. And they called Sestina on the foul. Inbound here by Florida. Florida dribble drive. Low post gets a poke, stolen away. Nick Richards with a steal. Puts it now into the hands of Maxey. Nice spin move into the key. Reverse. Goes up and in. Puts it up and in. Off the... And banks it up and in off the backboard. It's a 2-point game. 40-38 now the score. Tyrese Maxey with 9. What a game. 9.6 rebounds, 6 assists in this one by Maxey. That was insane spin move and at the right elbow inside in the dribble drive. Florida misses the 3. Rebound Kentucky with 16 minutes remaining. Maxey has it. Right wing, lobs it over now to Richards. Richards back outside, top of the key. 3 ball in the air. Hagen's off the mark. No good. Rebound Florida. Gators have it right back. 15:45 left to go. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the like, hit the sub here. Rhode Island just took the lead as they lead Davison 52-51. We'll keep you updated throughout the score throughout tonight with that one as well. Major implications for the tournament. Davison just took it back with a 3 ball though. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the update. Low post, and Florida coughs it up again. Stolen by Kentucky. Kentucky has it. Right wing. Passes over. Into the hands of Quickly. Quickly now. Dribble drive. Inside low post. Puts it up. Banks it home off the backboard. Quickly. Ties it up at 40. Gets fouled as well. 40-40 right now with 15:22 left to go. Quickly. We'll go to the free throw line. Shoot the and one here for the Wildcats. And a great one tonight, everybody. Yeah, what a game here, folks. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as I call play-by-play here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Awesome game we got here tonight. Back and forth. It's been a good one between these two teams. In the tie game, Emmanuel Quickly will go to the free throw line, shoot 1 right after this commercial break. So yeah, right now we're just on a TV timeout. If you guys are new to the channel, let me know down in the chat below who you are rooting for in this game. If you're a Florida fan or a Kentucky fan, let me know down in the chat below as well. Flores Jr. just beat Conway in the beginning of the pay-per-view. That's crazy. Crazy there that they just started that and he just already beat him. That's insane. Let's see what we got tonight. Keontae Johnson leading the scoring for Florida. 15 points, 14 by Blackshear. For Kentucky, leading the way, 9 points by Maxey. Maxey showed up for the big games this season. He's got 9. Quickly's got 9. Looking for 10 at the free throw line. Maxey, 9 points, 9 assists. 9.6 assists, 6 rebounds. Yep, Davison is up 56-54 against Rhode Island. Fats Russell, oh man, 0 for 11 for Fats Russell. Off game. Hey, welcome on the channel, Cat Fan. Thanks so much for stopping by. Cat Fan likes the Gators in this one, even though it says Cat Fan on it. Welcome to the channel, Melissa Ann Gay puts out. She's a Kentucky fan. Welcome all to the channel right now. I call play-by-play of college basketball, the NBA, the March Madness tournament on the channel. So welcome in and thanks so much for stopping by. So currently we're just on this TV timeout on break. We'll get right back into this game. A few minutes from now, let's take a look at some stuff in this game going on. As far as the three-point shooting, that has not been there for Kentucky tonight. 1 for 7 from behind the arc, unlike the last game against LSU where they were 9 for 18. But Kentucky has shot 7 three-pointers, only made 1 of those. Florida 5 for 17 from behind three-point range. The free throw line, though, not too generous for the Gators, though, as Florida's 5 for 9 at the free throw line, and Kentucky a perfect 5 for 5 is there in the top 10 for college basketball this season in free throw shooting percentage. Yep, Duke lost against NC State on Tuesday. Actually, yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday actually was the game. It was Wednesday. I called that game. It was the Wednesday one. They lost by 22. I was shocked. Lost by 22 at NC State. They had a massive game. I think Markel Johnson, he got 28. And then NC State had another player who got 25 in that one. Devon Daniels got 25. So we're going to be going right back to action in this game in just a moment. Tie game up at 40 here, folks, and a good one. Emmanuel quickly will shoot one at the free throw line. Jason putting out like that Ole Miss game, shooting 2 for 22 a week ago from behind the arc. Yeah. Oof, they were down early through that when I was looking at it, and then they came back and won it. That shot's good at the free throw line by Kentucky. Got to go low post with Nick Richards. That's where Kentucky's going to have the advantage going in low post. I know Blackshear's a tough matchup, but still going to work that low post. 8-zip run by Kentucky, though. Last 2 minutes, they take a 1-point lead. Florida with the basketball, right wing perimeter. Passing back out towards the top here to Blackshear. Moves it on left wing into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard with the basketball, dribbles now into the key. Bounce pass low post over to Blackshear. Gets it. Banks it up and in off the backboard. Counts for 2. Hey, welcome back here. Brandy, thanks so much for stopping by. Kentucky with the basketball. Kerry Blackshear with 16 for the Gators in this one. 14:45 left to go. Wildcats have it right wing. Into the hands of Maxey. Maxey swings it back over left wing perimeter. Over to Hagens and back over to quickly. Bounce pass, low post. Richards, turnaround over. Blackshear off the mark, no good. Ball tipped around in the key. Rebound Gators. Florida gets it back. 14.5 left remaining. Nembhard swings it back over to the top. Johnson passes off to the right wing perimeter. That's a deep 2. Taking Florida, no good. Hits the front rim. And the rebound brought in by Nick Richards of Kentucky. 14:15 left to go. Kentucky with the basketball. They got it at the top of the key. Do I think Florida wins if they can be ranked? Yeah, I would say no to that also. I would say no to that right now because that's their only quality victory, basically, this season. They don't really have any other, like, good resume-building victories to go off of, besides the win against Auburn, but that's basically it. Low post, Florida going up for the layup, and that's going to be goaltending by Kentucky by Nick Richards, so the bucket will actually count there for 2. It's a 3-point lead. Yeah, definitely. It would help out their tournament resume. Right now, they're a 9 seed projected by ESPN for Florida in the latest bracketology. They would be receiving votes. They'll probably end up like 27, 28 in the rankings, but most likely not inside the top 25. 3-point game. Trey Mann with 8 for the Gators. Kentucky with the basketball. Moves it over quickly at the left wing perimeter. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe as I call play-by-play here on the channel. They have it into the hands now of Maxey. Maxey passes off Hagens. Right baseline dribble. Swings it back out to Quickly. Catch and shoot. Left corner 3. Quickly. Oh, he is money. Hits it. Tie game 44. 44 even with Quickly. He's got 13. Florida with the basketball. He is the one who's got to shoot the 3-point shots if they want to win, and they did it right there. 13 minutes as we approach that mark left to go remaining. Blackshear thought about taking the 3, moves it around the perimeter. Gators with the basketball at the left wing perimeter, makes their move inside, swings it back over. Ball almost stolen by Kentucky, but a lot of contact. Gets it back to Florida, loses it behind the backcourt. That's a backcourt violation by the Gators as Blackshear cannot haul it in cleanly off the tip from the backcourt to the front court. Went off his fingertips off the tip from Nembhard. And Kentucky will get it back in the tie game here with 13 minutes remaining. An incredible game going on right now. A lot of basketball action. I like this type of game. Very few fouls. A lot of game going on. This has been great to cover. Thank you all so much for being a part of the channel. Don't forget, hit the like, hit the thumbs up down below. And hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure to hit that like button so you can turn it blue in this one. Kentucky with the basketball top of the key. Into the hands. Hagen swings it over. Left corner perimeter now to Quickly. Quickly with the ball. And we got a fall on the court. Stops the clock. 12:49 left to go. Feel free, guys, check out the Discord as well. If you guys enjoy the stream as well, feel free to check out the Discord. That link is down below. Let's see. Rhode Island is leading Davison 57-56. The score, 6:40 left remaining. So URI on top by 1 against Davison, and a good game over there. So not the only Wildcats team in action tonight at home. Davidson hosting Rhode Island, Kentucky hosting Florida. We're back into this one. Kentucky with the basketball. They put it into the ball now on Maxey. Maxey top of the key. Dribbles left baseline. Bounce pass over to the low post. Puts up the shot now and hits the front rim. No good. Tons of contact. No foul. Rebound Florida. Gators with it. Moves over to the left wing. Passes left corner. Thought about taking a shot. They'll move a little bit closer. And we get an offensive... We get a foul here. Who's the foul on? It's on Kentucky, though. It's on Kentucky. Emmanuel quickly picks up the foul. Yep, Baylor lost today. Baylor lost in the game I called earlier against Kansas by 3. As Jared Butler hit the game-tying 3-point shot as the buzzer expired. Florida to inbound it in the front court. Tie 44. 12.5 left to go. Gators will inbound. Definitely. Great point. If you guys like the Big Blue Nation, make sure to like the stream and make that like button blue here on the channel. Gators going into orange uniforms as they got blue as well as on the numbers and the letters for this one as well. Make sure to hit it blue as well. Florida with the basketball. Passes over right corner perimeter. They have the right baseline dribble inside the low post. Puts up the shot. A lot of contact. No foul. They put up a second one. And that one will be a foul on the low post. So Florida. 1 second. What? We're taking a look right now. 12:08 left to go on the clock. Is this going to be on... They're sorting out the foul right now as I'm taking a look at it. This is a shot clock violation. Yeah, it's going to be a shot clock violation with a lot of contact. So, Kentucky with the basketball right back as Florida got it a millisecond after the shot clock horn was out. Kentucky takes a 3. They drill it. Right wing perimeter quickly is heating up in this one as he has got 16, 5 for 10 from the floors. Kentucky out on top now, 47-44. What a game. 11:35 left to go. Left baseline dribble, Florida. Low post, puts it up. That one too high off the backboard. Ball tipped around to get the offensive rebound. Puts it back on top, moves it around. Left wing, they take a 3. It is up. No good off the mark. Rebound by Maxey. Maxey having a huge game tonight. Passes over. Puts it at the top of the key. Quickly, another 3. Oh, he is money, baby. Oh, my goodness. Explosion here. 3 straight triples by Quickly. Perfect 3 for 3 from behind the arc with 19 right now from the top of the key in transition. Boom, just like that. 9-zip run, all in charge of it. Emmanuel Quickly in the last 2:42 here for the Wildcats and a timeout on the court here on the road by Florida. What a game. The Quickly explosion here at Rep Arena. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, the thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play here. College basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament on the channel. We got 50 people here in the chat that quickly take over right now at Rep Arena, and a good one between these two teams. Let's see what else we got. College basketball action. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the updates. Davidson leads by 1, 60-59, and about 5 minutes left to go against Rhode Island, and an incredible game going down there between those two teams tonight. Random comments, you got a great favorite player if you enjoy watching Emmanuel Quickly play. Thanks so much for stopping by, my man Ant again. Yes, sir. Quickly is a beast and tearing it up right now. 3 straight triples from behind the arc by Quickly, as they are out on top at the moment. Rhode Island just took the lead back 61-60. Incredible game between those two teams. So what a game. Boom shakalaka indeed, Jason. Thanks so much, Cat Fan. Cat Fan puts out that went over to the Discord. So currently we're just on break. 50% from the floor now by the Wildcats. Quickly getting this team right back into the lead right now. 3 straight triples. Blackshear leads the way for Florida with 16, 15 by Johnson. Let's see. Quickly leading the way for Kentucky, 19 points. Maxey in this game's got 9.7 rebounds, 7 assists so far in this one. Varnon Carey Jr. Varnon. Never knew that there was a name of Varnon before. I'm just joking. It's Vernon. But yep, Vernon Carey Jr., the center for Duke. That would be an interesting matchup to see if Carey versus Richards in the tournament. If we can ever get that, that would be a great matchup for sure to see. And then Higgins versus Trey Jones in the tournament. Quickly is a beast. The 3 balls are starting to fall, and he is the leader of the 3-point shots here on the team as of late. Let's see, we got a scoreboard update. Oh, I'm taking a look at that right now. It was I think it was, I don't know anymore, or maybe Jason was telling me about Anthony Edwards, man. Anthony Edwards, I just saw the dunk. Anthony Edwards just posterized a player from Vanderbilt. They just saw that replay, showed that replay. Jason put it in here. If you have a car containing a Gator wide receiver, Gator linebacker, Gator defensive back, who is driving the car? The cop. Jack has a great point there. Never get rich betting against Kentucky because this team is always strong in the second half. This team is a team, if you bet against them, they know how to just take that right away from you because they always come with a second half resurgence. Florida with the basketball, trailing by 6. 11 minutes left to go. They have it now at the right elbow. Yep, yeah, that was Jason. Yeah, I don't know anymore. I posted my buzzer beater. That's what it was. Low post, putting it inside. Left hand, that one. Off the backboard, too high. No good. Rebound, Richards. Kentucky with the basketball. Dribbles past half court, the top of the key. Higgins hands off to Quickly. Thought about taking the 3, but no, that would be insane if we got a quadruple down right there from behind the arc. Passes over to Higgins. Higgins left wing at the edge of the Rupp Arena P. Moves it over. Dribbles now to the right wing perimeter. Higgins with the basketball. Passes over top of the key over to Quickly. Quickly thinking about taking it. Takes the 3. And it's up. Almost through. Rattled out though. So rolled around the rim. Rebound Florida. So his first miss from downtown tonight by Quickly. That almost went in for his 4th straight. Florida with the basketball down by 6. Top of the key over to Blackshear. They've yet to score last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Gators have it left corner perimeter. They dribble now to the left wing, into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard bounce pass over to Blackshear. Blackshear, right elbow. Looking to take a jumper, he does. Over Richards, it's off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound goes to Montgomery. Hands it off now quickly. Passes over to Higgins. Higgins with the basketball with under 10 minutes remaining here in the second half in the Great One. Higgins has it, top of the key. Circles around the perimeter, now dribbles. At the left elbow, passes back outside, Quickly has it. Edge of the Kentucky logo here at Rupp. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 9:40 left to go in the game clock with the left hand. Got it blocked by Nick Richards. Coming into the lane all alone. Gets offensive rebound, slams it down for 2. 8-point lead now by the Wildcats. 52-44. Nick Richards. 9 points, only got 3 rebounds, but a big help in that last possession. Florida with the basketball. Top of the key over to Nembhard. Nembhard still drilling at the left elbow with it. Bounce pass over to Johnson. Keontae Johnson into the lane. Passes back over to Blackshear. Blackshear moving around the perimeter. Looks like he's going to pass it back. He does. Into the hands of Nembhard once again. Nembhard, right wing perimeter. 6 on the shot clock. 9:10 left to go. Moves it around the perimeter. Johnson. Spin move into the key. Passes back outside. Deep 3. No good off the front rim in desperation. Rebound Kentucky with over 50 people on here on the channel. This is awesome. If you're new, make sure to hit the like, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe as I call play-by-play. Kentucky with it. Top of the key with 8:55 left to go. Higgins passes over to Quickly with the basketball. And we get a foul. Foul away from the basketball here. Stops the clock with 8:49. Vegas Vix has got a joke here. Sure, my man. Let me know in the chat below what you got for the joke. Feel free to check out the Discord. My man Ryan's got the link as well to that. There it is. What do I call the Gator with a vest on? An investigator. There we go. It's a great one, my man. Classic. What's the best thing to come out of Gainesville, Jason puts out? I-75 over there. Never been on I-75 before because I always travel I-95 since, well, I-95 goes all the way from basically like down to Miami, and it goes all the way up to Holton, Maine, basically. But I'm on the I-95 portion right outside of Providence, Rhode Island, and Boston, Massachusetts, basically. Alright, so right now we're just on break. Vegas Vix is my guy, Brandy, putting out here on the channel. Brandy sitting here watching the game as I am announcing it. I appreciate all you guys in the channel. It's been awesome here calling this game tonight. Great one. Great game tonight. Scoreboard update. What we got ongoing right now. Rhode Island leading Davison. 61-60 to score. 3:30 left to go in the second half of that one. Fats Russell, 2 points. That is it. 2 points by Fats Russell. Jeff Dowden, though, with 17 coming out of nowhere, helping out URI in a massive matchup going on against Davison right now in Davison between those two teams. I'll keep you guys updated with that one. Welcome to the broadcast here. His name is D, so one letter. It is D. Welcome to the channel. Do I think Purdue makes the tournament? I will say no to that. I believe that the Big Ten will get 10 teams in Purdue this past week, it was a make it or break it game earlier. I think on Tuesday they took on Wisconsin, and they lost against Wisconsin. That was a killer for Purdue, and they were. It's kind of a weird resume they have, beating Michigan State by 29, and then crushing Iowa and putting up over 100 points against them, but it's just an odd resume, and then them just being inconsistent and losing too many bad games. I don't think Purdue's going to make it. Purdue lost to Michigan today, by the way, 71-63, so that hurts Purdue. Michigan will for sure make it, and Purdue is 14-14. No way. So no way right now, because they have lost, I think, like the last 4 straight. Yeah, I was just checking up on their rankings, so they just lost the last 4 straight games. 52-44 is the score, so no way right now. Purdue just gave up the spot to Providence in the tournament. Alabama will not be making it into the tournament, most likely not. They had a terrible loss against Texas A&M a few days ago. Alright, let's get back to action here. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below, hit that subscribe. Kentucky up by 8, they got the basketball with 8:40 left to go. Wildcats have it, left wing, passes over into the hands now of Hagans. Hagans at the free throw circle, passes over, quickly back over to Hagans, into the key. Hagans passes back to the top of the key to Maxey. Maxey, spin move inside, but he runs over a Florida defender as the Gators take the charge, and Maxey picks up the foul with 8.5 left to go, and the ball goes back to the Gators now. So Florida will get the basketball as they took the charge by Quace Glover. Rhode Island with the largest lead I've seen so far today. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the update. 62-60 in that one. 8:20 left remaining in this one. Florida with the basketball, left wing perimeter. It's those games you got to grind out, and they're doing it right now. That's exactly what Providence has done all season long. Grind out games. They're an incredible team when it comes to offensive rebounds with Ed Cooley's squad in Providence, and I feel like that's the type of game Rhode Island is in right now. Foul on a three-point shot. Florida took the 3. They went up for the rebound, got fouled by Kentucky. So that'll be foul number 4 the second half now, or foul number 6 by Kentucky. 4 fouls right now by Florida. Florida will inbound. One more foul Kentucky commits, and Florida will be in the bonus. Florida with the basketball, lob over the top, low post, puts it up, and they get fouled. So they're going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. 8:06 left to go. Almost to 30 likes tonight. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, hit the thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button. We got over 50 people watching the stream right now. Big thank you out to all who is watching at the moment. 2 shots here at the free throw line by the Gators. Andrew Nemhard, first one at the line. It's up, it's through. 52-45 to score. Rhode Island up by 1. 3 minutes left to go against Davison. They lead 63-62. Second shot, Nemhard, he gets it. He's got 4 points. That is it tonight for him. 6-point game, Kentucky with the basketball. Maxey has a right wing, passes over. Montgomery swings over to the left wing. They pass it back to the top of the key right now. The game for next week against Auburn, it's at home for Kentucky next week. So it's at Rupp Arena. The next 2 are at Rupp after this. Or no, the game is at Texas A&M, and then the following 2, Auburn and Tennessee, are both at home, and then they close it out at Gainesville at Florida. So that's the remaining schedule for Kentucky. At Texas A&M on Tuesday, home against Auburn on Saturday, home against Tennessee on Tuesday, March the 3rd, and then Saturday, March the 7th, they're at Florida where they close it out for the regular season finale. So right now we're just on break in this one. We're going to get back to action just in a minute. A couple minutes from now. 52-46 to score, 7:40 left to go remaining right now. By the way, Davison and Rhode Island is tied up at 63. Massive game for implications. San Diego State will be tipping off any minute against UNLV. That game is over on the CBS Sports Network following the Rhode Island-Davison game. Davison just took the lead with 1:55 left to go, 64-63. Fats Russell with a bad performance today with only 2 points and 1 for 13 shooting from the floor. Oh, wow. D. Wade retiring his jersey right now. Thanks so much for the update. I don't know anymore. Welcome to the channel, Darian Harris. Thanks so much for stopping by. Currently, we're just on break. Leading scores tonight here, Kentucky leading the way. Emmanuel Quickly, 19 points. 9 points by Maxey and Richards tonight. Foul trouble looks like this, though. Nick Richards with 2 fouls he's picked up. Tyrese Maxey with 3. E.J. Montgomery with 3. Main foul trouble goes to Nate Sestina, though, for Kentucky. Sestina's picked up 4 fouls. And for Florida, foul trouble looks like this. All players with either 2 fouls, 1 foul, or no foul. The players with 2 are Kerry Blackshear, Noah Locke, Scotty Lewis, and Trey Mann. All those players, the 4 of those, have 2 fouls. Happy birthday to Brandy Houston on the channel. So happy birthday to you. Who is the most disappointing team this season for college basketball? It'd be North Carolina. Yes, thanks so much for stopping by. Darian Harris here on the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by on the channel tonight. Yeah, I would say definitely North Carolina. I'm trying to think about teams that went to the tournament that, like last year, that isn't performing that great. But I expected them to. I expected Kansas State and Virginia Tech to miss the tournament this year because both of them are rebuilding. Syracuse as well. They're rebuilding. But yeah, definitely UNC for sure. So 52-46 is the score. 7:40 left to go remaining in this one tonight. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight on the channel. Let me know down in the chat below if you're a Kentucky fan or a Florida fan, if anybody's new out there. Alright, Florida will get the basketball. 6-point game. Gators dribble past the half-court logo. They've yet to hit a shot in over 6 minutes for Florida. Florida, top of the key. Bounce pass to the right wing to Johnson. Johnson moves it over left wing to Glover. Glover with the basketball. Swings it over to the left wing perimeter. That's a 3. Taken. It's up. No good off the back iron. Defensive rebound by Brooks. Yup, Tennessee and Purdue. Those are 2 others. Thanks so much, Ryan, for putting that out. I know that, yeah, both of those teams are basically rebuilding this season, too, because Purdue lost Carson Edwards and Ryan Klein. Tennessee lost a bunch with Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield as their 2 leading scorers. That 3-point shot missed. Gets rebound by Florida. Florida passes over left corner. Open 3. It's up. It's good. It's a 3-point game. Same score as Rhode Island Davidson with their 3-point game in their game as well. 66-63, different score, but same point differential right now in that one. So we welcome you guys into the channel. Timeout. John Calipari in the court. 52-49, Kentucky up with 6:54 left to go. UC Irvine. Yeah, UC Irvine beat Kansas State last year in the tournament. UC Irvine going to the round of 32. That was funny last year. So currently we're just on another TV timeout, everybody. Ooh, final minute with Davison URI. URI's got to hit a 3 if they want to stay in this one against Davison. It's a 3-point game. It's got 54 seconds left to go in that one. Oof. Davidson up by 2 now. Thanks so much for the update, Ryan. Crazy. Davidson's just, they were one of the teams that I have to say biggest disappointment, too, for Davison this season with their record right now. I just could never get a read into them this season. I feel like they're more dangerous than what people think. I thought they would flat out win the A-10. So we're back to action here. Kentucky with the basketball. Under 7 left to go. They got it top of the key. Swings it over left wing perimeter for the Wildcats. They pass it back out now on top here to Higgins. Higgins dribble drive, low post over to Richards. Richards guarded by Blackshear underneath the basket. Bounce pass over to Montgomery. Reverse hand. It goes. E.J. Montgomery banks it up and then off the backboard counts for 2. Rhode Island cuts it to 1 over there against Davison. So we'll keep you guys updated. Final minute of that game. 6:20 remaining here. 5-point lead by the Wildcats. Florida with the basketball. Bounce pass to the right wing of the perimeter. Insane how many good A-10 teams this season there are. Raptor 2.0. I really like St. Louis as well with how they've been performing in the A-10. They got 2 really good rebounders on their team. That team could be dangerous if they can somehow find their way into the tournament. 54-49, under 6 minutes left to go. Kentucky with the basketball at the left wing perimeter. They dribble now inside the key. Low post puts up the shot. Banks it up and in off the backboard. Counts for 2. By Kentucky. Emmanuel quickly adds 2 more. Got 21. That was his total against LSU back on Tuesday. 5:40 left to go. 7-point Kentucky lead. Florida with the basketball now. They got it at the top of the key. Moves it over. Blackshear actually with the ball dribbling towards his left. Hands this one back over to Nembhard. Nembhard, dribble drive. Inside, swings it out, right corner perimeter. Johnson passes, left corner ball, intercepted, stolen by Quickly. Quickly steals it. Kentucky with the basketball with 5:20 remaining, passing half court. Hagan's going to set it up right now. That would be insane if Rhode Island's able to hit a buzzer beater. Maxey swings it back over left wing perimeter, passes over Hagan's. Hagan's, as we approach that 5-minute mark left to go, he's got it. Moves it back over Quickly. At the right wing, dribble drive inside. Pass back outside. Open three. Taken. And is no good. Off the mark by Hagan's. Rebounds by Florida. Gators with the ball. 5 minutes left to go. Florida moving it around the perimeter right now. Bounce pass. Low post. Left baseline dribble. Inside there. Puts up the shot. Contact. They can't get to the fall. Try to tip it in. And Blackshear gets... It's going to be a foul underneath the basket. It's going to be a... rebounding foul by Blackshear. So Kentucky gets the basketball back with 4:45 left to go. Wow. Sleeper team that could be a giant killer. I like Providence right now. How Ed Coley has basically resurrected the PC Friars since like they were atrocious back in November. Losing against Penn, losing against Charleston, losing against Long Beach State. And he has just resurrected that team completely, winning against a bunch of ranked opponents in the Big East. They got their next game next Saturday against Villanova. Kentucky with it. 4:15 left to go. Floating it up. Hits the front rim. No good. Rebound Florida. Gators with the basketball trailing by 7. Takes it past half court. I would say also, watch out for mid-major. I would put out probably East Tennessee. East Tennessee for mid-major. That could go... maybe like 1 or 2 rounds into the tournament. Lob over the top. Blackshear. Low post with a contact. Puts it up and Blackshear gets fouled. And he will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 now for the Gators. Stops the clock. 3:58 remaining. If anybody's new on the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the big red subscribe button down below as I call play-by-play of basketball here. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Not a whole lot of scoring. We've been stuck in this game right now at the moment. Yeah, looks like 15 seconds left. Thanks so much for the update, Ryan. 67-65. Rhode Island basketball. It is, the game is in Davison. The game is in Davison, actually. That's quite a distance to travel for, Rhode Island over to North Carolina. So, currently we're just on break. Or is it, let's see here. Is it Davison College? Did I get that correct? Yeah, North Carolina. Hey, welcome in, Alex here. Thanks so much for stopping by here again. East Tennessee long shot. Huge 3 by Rhode Island. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's insane. 68-68. Is it going into overtime? 5 seconds left to go. Looks like it's 68-68 with 5 seconds left to go. That's what I'm seeing right now. Fats Russell might have just hit that 3-point shot because I saw his number go 2-5. Timeout Davison. Fats Russell just made a massive 3-point shot. Yeah, it was him. So that game's going to be going into overtime. How about for the season, basically? Because Rhode Island's an at-large projected for a 9. That's insane. Thanks so much for the update, Raptor 2.0. Crazy, crazy game. Davison is a good team. They are a good team. Like, people, like, think they see that record. They think that record's, like, not, like, a good team. 13-12. Them and Clemson might be the best 13-12 teams leading up to this weekend in college basketball that won't be playing in the NCAA tournament but have a chance to go really far in the NIT. Currently, we're just on a break in this one. And also, yeah, there's so many good teams in the A-10. St. Louis is probably going to get like a 1 or a 2 seed in the NIT most likely. So we're going to go right back to break here in just a moment. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by here, Myrtle. What's the other account, Alex? There was a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on here, so sorry about that if I wasn't able to get to that. Overtime. Thank you guys so much for the update. So that game is going into overtime. All right, we're going to get back to action this one. Kentucky up by 7, 56-49. 4 minutes left remaining. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Glenn, great point, my man, about that. Welcome to the channel, Glenn. Coach Cal has done a great job with this lineup on the team. Came a long way this season for sure. One of my most improved teams I have seen play this season. Kentucky is definitely there. Kentucky, UCLA, and Providence are the most improved in my opinion. The top three from this season. How they started back in November. Kentucky for the loss against Evansville, then Utah, and then they're just looking red hot on fire. First shot good at the free throw line by Florida. Thank you so much, my man. Chicago plays, brother. I appreciate it, my man. Second shot here by the Gators by Blackshear. That one's good. 5-point game here at the moment, everybody. Got over almost 60 people in the chat. If you guys are new, we got 4 minutes remaining. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here. Kentucky with the basketball. We're back to action. They have it top of the key into the hands of Quickly. Quickly drained down earlier in the second half. 3 straight three-pointers in a row. Quickly moves it over now. Back to Higgins. Higgins dribbles to the left wing perimeter. Passes. Bounce pass over to Quickly. Quickly. Dribble drive inside. Quickly looking to pass it back. He does. At the right wing perimeter now. Maxey swings it back over to the left wing, over to Higgins. Higgins with the basketball, splits the double team floater in the key off the side of the rim. Richards tried to save it, but it got touched out of him, out of bounds off Richards. And Florida gets the basketball with 3:28 left to go. Hey, welcome in, my man, behind the arc fan. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by again. Wow, yeah, he puts out breaking news. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's got his breaking news on the channel just like he did last night. DeMar DeRozan says he wants to sign with the Beijing Ducks in the CBA. LOL, it's a joke. Welcome in, my man, once again here. Florida with the basketball, 3:10 left to go. Left-handed layup, and they push off, and that's an offensive foul by the Gators. I think my URI hat is keeping URI in the game right now, and this game calling, they're going to be going into overtime when this game is still going on with the final 3 minutes remaining here. Kentucky with the ball up by 5. They have it right wing perimeter over into the hands of Maxey. Maxey swings it back out to the left wing now. Higgins with the basketball. Kentucky has it. Passes over to Montgomery. Montgomery hands off Maxey. 2:50 left to go on the clock. Passes over to Quickly. Quickly dribble drive. Inside. Floats it up in the key off the back iron. No good. Richards comes down with a rebound. A big one. He falls down in the key though. And we get a foul. Who's it going to be on? Is it going to be on Richards? They're going to say it's Richards pushed off in the rebounds. And Coach Cal isn't liking that either. And this, that's going to be foul number 8 too. So I think Florida's going to be going to the free throw line here. Shooting in the bonus. It's got over 60 people on the channel. They're going to say actually inbound coming up. So Gators with the inbound. Richards pushed off in the rebound. They have it right corner perimeter. Florida with the basketball. Oh, they get it stolen away. Kentucky with the basketball. 2-on-1 fast break. Going to the hole. Lays it up and in. 2 more right there by the Wildcats. They lead by 7, 58-51 as the crowd explodes once again here. Maxey with 11. Florida with the basketball. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, hit that sub. Timeout on the court now by the Gators. 2:18 left to go and a good one here tonight, everybody, in basketball action. Yeah, I bet you, Vegas Vix, that J.J. Watt doesn't like the new proposal. Same as Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman absolutely hates the Thursday night games to start off with. So, playing an extra game, that's just non-helpful towards Richard Sherman's liking. Yup, URI up 70-68 now in overtime with a final 3:50 left to go in OT. So they have started over there in Davis and North Carolina between those two teams. We'll update you guys with that one. Massive game as far as the bubble for URI. Games in action right now for college basketball. UNLV leads San Diego State 5-2 is the score. UNLV up against SDSU, undefeated at 26-0 in the nation. Here we have it. Florida called a timeout. 58-51 the score. 2:18 left to go in the second half. And Florida will get the basketball right back here on the inbound just a moment. Team fouls look like this. Kentucky with 8 fouls picked up in the second half. Florida with 4 so far. Gators get the inbound. We're back to basketball action. Gators have it top of the key. Into the hands of Nemhard, dribbling the basketball now. Lob over the top. They jam it down. Throw it down in the alley-oop by Florida. Puts it back to a 5-point game. That alley-oop being thrown down right there by Keontae Johnson. Kentucky with the basketball. Johnson's got 17 points, 9 rebounds tonight for the Gators. Kentucky, top of the key. Into the hands of Quickly under 2 minutes left remaining. Over to Maxey now. Maxey at the top of the key right now. Maxey hands it off to Higgins. Higgins now with the basketball with a minute 45. Bounce pass over to Richards. Richards swings it back outside around the perimeter. Maxey with it. Maxey, top of the key 5. Top of the key 4. Swings it back out on the shot clock with 2. Takes a 3. Quickly heaves it up. Oh, it goes in. Hits the front rim. Go to the back of the backboard. And it gets the generous bounce right there for the 3-point shot as the shot clock expires with a minute 28 left to go. Career high tonight off the 3 ball by Emmanuel Quickly. 61-53, 8-point game. Florida in the key puts up the shot to get swatted out of bounds with 1:20 left to go on the clock. And a stoppage in time right now on the game. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button here as well as I call play-by-play in the channel. What a massive 3-point shot by Emmanuel Quickly. Florida will get the inbound. Montgomery got the block just a moment ago by Kentucky. Florida in the front court to inbound. The Gators looking to pass it here. They do. Lob of the backdoor cut. They throw it down with a 2-handed alley-oop jam slam. It's back to that 6-point lead Kentucky has. 1:10 left remaining. Wildcats basketball past the half-court logo. Higgins has it top of the key. We get over 60 people here in the chat. Boom shakalaka. Darren here, Bengals fan, want to know how I feel about all the media slander. I would say Joe Burrow's going to go to the Bengals. I put it there. They got to need their next quarterback. Nick Richards, massive rebounds. Low post, they put it back outside to Maxey, and Maxey gets fouled with 47 seconds left to go. Oh, no, they're going to say timeout before by Calipari. So timeout before by Calipari. Florida was about to draw the foul, but didn't do it. So Kentucky up, 47 seconds remaining. Welcome new people here to the channel tonight. Jaguars for Life and CEO Citrus. Welcome on the channel. Behind the Arc fan putting out, it would be good if Boogie Cousins signs with the Celtics. That would be good if they would be able to get him for next season. That would be insane. By the way, Rhode Island leading Davison. 2 minutes left to go, 73-72. In that game, Cyril Langevin reaches a double-double. Fats Russell comes out of nowhere, gets 8 points where he just had 0 a couple minutes ago for the Rams. In that game, we'll keep you guys updated with that throughout as much we stay on. 61-55. Welcome in Glenn here on the channel once again, my man. 2 more likes away from 40. If anybody's new here out on the channel, make sure to hit that like down below. Hit that subscribe button. I call play-by-play basketball here in Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Awesome crowd once again tonight on the channel. Great to grow with you guys. It's been awesome. And I'm looking forward to covering more during the March Madness tournament here. Some awesome games that I definitely would like to cover for you guys. Alright, so we're going to get right back into this one. 47 seconds left remaining. Should be Kentucky basketball. And Kentucky up by 6, 61-55. Yes, it will be Kentucky basketball. So Maxey will be the inbound passer in the front court. Yes, indeed, Vegas Vix. Don't sleep on David Duke for the Friars and also Lawan Pipkins. That pass in the inbound just got stolen away by Florida. Gators have it. Right elbow with the basketball. Moving inside. Low post for Florida. Passes back on the top now for the Gators. At the left elbow. Takes a jumper. This one's up. This one is good for the 2-point shot by Nemhard. Puts it back to a 4-point game. Timeout by the Gators with 33 seconds left to go. So, yeah, no streams tomorrow. I'll be at my girlfriend's house tomorrow. So, no streams tomorrow. And, I'm going to be at my girlfriend's house usually early in the day. And then I have rehearsal actually on Sundays. Every other Sunday, I have rehearsal. And so, timeout right now on the court. Florida takes the timeout. Kentucky will get the inbounds. Foul numbers look like this. 8 fouls picked up in the second half by Kentucky, 4 by Florida at the moment. Yeah, don't sleep on David Duke Jr., the Friars. Vegas Vic's putting out with the fire emojis. So he's been great stepping up. Also, don't sleep on Lawan Pipkins, too. He transferred over from UMass in the offseason, but he had a struggling start back in November, December. But Lawan Pipkins has really picked it up for PC the past couple of games. Hey, welcome in Bradley here. Thanks so much for stopping by, my man, on the channel once again. Currently, we're just on break. Taking a look here. Rhode Island still leading Davison. 1:30 left to go in overtime. 73-72 is the score of that one. Other scores going on. College basketball tonight looks like this. San Diego State leading UNLV. 8-8 is the score. Yeah, they turned it over on the inbounds. That was odd. That was odd that they turned it over on the inbound. Just clear, that happened twice during the game against LSU back on Tuesday. They turned it over on the inbound when they were up by like 10 points, and then LSU cut it to 3 at the very end. 4-point lead now, Kentucky. 33 seconds remaining. Kentucky will get the inbound coming up. All Providence has to do, Vegas Vix, they only got 3 games left to go. They just got to win the 2 out of the 3, and they got to make sure they don't lose against DePaul. And they're in the tournament. They're in the tournament. If they win 2 out of 3, you got to beat Xavier. Got to beat DePaul. If you lose at Villanova, it's not going to hurt that bad. Florida, oh, they just turned it over again. Florida with a steal off another Kentucky inbound. Second one, 25 seconds left to go. 4-point game going inside. Florida just coughed up the ball on the key. Kentucky dribbling. Florida just stole it back. Florida has a top of the key. Kentucky steals it right back with 19, and we get a foul. Back to back steals, and we get a foul on the court there. Let's see who this is on. It's going to be on Kentucky. Calipari furious after that one. He's going over to the scorer's table right now, and he just put down his Gatorade towel right over on the scorer's table, and Florida will go to the free throw line since Kentucky committed the foul. 19 seconds left to go. We had 3 straight fouls. 3 straight turnovers. Scotty Lewis at the line here for Florida. 4-point game. First shot coming up by the Gators here by Scotty Lewis. 1-on-1 bonus. This shot's up, and no good off the back iron. Oh, they tip it in. Somehow that will count. Unbelievable. How in the world did they tip it in like that? 61-59, 17 seconds. Kentucky with the inbound. We get a foul. Are they going to say foul, or is that out of bounds? It's going to be a foul from behind by Florida. That ball almost went out of bounds by Nick Richards. But they're looking at it right now at the review table. Ooh, that was close. Florida saying that it was out of bounds by Nick Richards at the corner of the perimeter. But the refs say that it's foul by Florida. So Florida commits their 5th foul. Kentucky to inbound. Passing it in the perimeter. And the ball there's going to be a timeout. Timeout taken. They didn't before the pass. So timeout taken here on the court. Timeout taken on the court. 61-59. 15.9 left to go. See if there's any updates for you guys on Rhode Island Davidson. Still at that timeout. 1:27 left to go. Rhode Island leading Davidson 73-72 in overtime. Right now we got 15 seconds left remaining in this game. Kentucky will have the inbound once we get back after this break here, everybody. What a game between these two teams. Hey, welcome in, my man, Little Man No Sports. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by on the channel. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button here as I call play-by-play basketball, college basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament over on the stream on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Timeout by John Calipari. Kentucky out of timeouts. Florida out of timeouts as well. Florida's committed 5 fouls tonight. Kentucky is, they've committed they've committed 10 fouls right now, so Florida is in the double bonus, but Florida still fouls to give over to Kentucky, as Kentucky is yet to shoot in the bonus. What a game indeed, Little Man No Sports, for this one. What a game. What a game with these two teams tonight. 1 minute left to go. Davidson ties it up at 73 against Rhode Island, with 1 minute left remaining in that game. We got 15.9 left to go here, and a great one tonight between these two teams. Kentucky will have the ball right in their backcourt. Kentucky to inbound. They're up by 2. 15.9 the clock. Inbound in their backcourt. Looking to pass it. Bounce pass. Over into the hands of Maxey. Passes that one back, and there's a foul immediately. 14.6 left to go. Kentucky gets fouled, and Florida has another foul to give as they just picked up their 6th. So another inbound coming up by Kentucky. Kentucky will have one more inbound coming up. Both of these teams out of timeouts. Kentucky to inbound. Hagens will be the inbound passer in a 2-point lead. One more. Kentucky will be in the bonus. Hagens to pass it off. Here comes the inbound. Looking for somebody's open. Pass it. Over into the hands now on Maxey. Maxey in the backcourt. Dribbles with the basketball. And it gets poked. 1 second. Did it get poked out of bounds? Lost it out of bounds. Let's see who they got it on, though. 12 seconds left to go. Huge call here for the refs. He was dribbling on the opposite basket trying to go around. Did he lose it out? They might have to go to the scores review table. That looked like it was out of bounds by the Florida player, Trey Mann, number 1 for the Gators. But that's going to be close. It was a foul picked up right before that by Florida. So Kentucky will go to the line. 1-on-1 bonus here at the free throw line by Maxey. Maxey shooting 1-on-1 bonus at the line. 2-point Kentucky lead. 12 seconds left to go. That was close to that ball going out of bounds. First shot, Maxey got it. 3-point Kentucky lead, 62-59 to score. Looks like Davison, 14 seconds left, up by 2 against Rhode Island, 75-73. Crazy game. Crazy game going on. 3-point game going on. We'll see if Rhode Island has the magic to pull out the 3 ball again. That shot's good at the free throw line. It's a 4-point game. 10 seconds left to go. Florida with the basketball. Dribbling now inside the key. They pass it off. Stolen away. Kentucky with a steal. Dribbles the basketball and quickly has it. He gets fouled with 1.9 left to go on the clock. And that means Kentucky will go to the free throw line and basically ice the cake here at the free throw line in this one. Thank you guys so much for stopping by in the channel. Before you sign off, make sure hit the thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button. Raptor 2.0. You're at... So true about that. Kentucky, late in these games, this is always a good team to bank your money on and rely on Kentucky because they are so solid at the free throw line. Here we go quickly. Shooting in the bonus. He is number 6 in college basketball with a 91% free throw shooting percentage. First shot good. 64-59 with 1.9 left to go on the clock. Here comes up the second one. Quickly tonight, career high 25. Just putting the exclamation mark and mark an incredible night tonight by Emmanuel Quickly here with his final shot at the line. This one is up and Quickly is money. 65-59 the score. 1 second remaining. Inbound by Florida, and that is the ball game. That does it here, folks. Kentucky with a big win at home here in Rupp Arena. Thank you all so much for watching this stream. I appreciate everybody who joined in on the stream tonight here in this one. Before you sign off, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button. As well as I call play-by-play basketball on Behind New York Basketball on YouTube. That was a great game, just top to bottom. Just an incredible game here tonight with these two teams playing on the court. That'd be insane, Vegas Vix. If Rhode Island could pull off a buzzer beater, that would be absolutely insane if they're able to do so. I'll stay on for you guys to update you guys with that score for like the final seconds or so. So it looks like it's 76-75. 2-point game, 7 seconds left to go. Hey, welcome in Miami Canes all day. Thanks so much for stopping by, my man on the channel here. But this game has gone final. Kentucky gets the W. Emmanuel Quickly, 25 points, 26 points, a career high for him tonight. Finishes off 8 for 17 from the floor. Knocks down 4 3-point shots. Tyrese Maxey, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists tonight in this game by Maxey. And Nick Richards got 9.6 rebounds for the Wildcats. For Florida, leading scorers tonight look like this. Keontae Johnson, 19 points. Trey Mann got 13 off the bench. 18 by Kerry Blackshear Jr. And this game has gone final. Thanks so much, CEO Citrus, for stopping by here on the channel. Melissa and Gay, thanks so much for stopping by here. I appreciate all on the channel. No problem here, Miami Canes all day. This is my only game tonight here, so that was my last one. I wrap up with this one tonight. So that is it here, folks, on the channel for tonight, everybody. So yeah, Rhode Island taking on Davison. Final, like, 4 seconds left to go, so I'll stay on for the final 4 seconds or so. By the way, scoreboard update, UNLV leading San Diego State right now, 17-14. That's the only other ranked game going on. I know Duke is taking on Virginia Tech. That game will tip off like any moment from now or so. But this is it for tonight here on the channel. As I appreciate all of you guys for stopping by. Just going to have to see the final score when we do get it in a couple minutes from now. Taking a look, couple other things. Not a whole lot of fouls in this one. 15 and 15 by these two teams. I like that Kentucky-Auburn. A couple couple of weeks ago or so, Kentucky shot the ball 47% from the floor. Florida at 43% in this game from three-point range. Florida was up early from three-point range, but Kentucky comes back with Emmanuel quickly, knocks down 4 out of the 5 three-pointers of the game, 5 for 15 from behind the arc by Kentucky, whereas Florida was 6 for 23. Other things, the turnovers today, that was the problem for Florida. They get 16 of those. Kentucky with 13 turnovers. Largest lead looked like this. Kentucky pulled out to an 8-point lead. While no team had a double-digit lead in this one, Florida pulled out to a 7-point lead at one point in this game. But just a good game between these two teams tonight. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was just a great matchup. So that is basically it here on the channel. Thanks so much, Raptor 2.0, for the scoreboard update. UNLV up against undefeated 26-0. San Diego State 21-17. It's the score that one early on in that game. I hope so, Vegas Vix. I hope, my man. Hopefully, you or I can hit the game-winning shot. That'd be incredible if they're able to do so. But I'll stay on for you guys for the final 4 seconds left to go after the timeout to just give you guys the updates of that game. Let's see if there's anything trending over on Twitter. Either still says 4 seconds left to go. Thanks so much, Ant, my man, for stopping by the channel once again. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, no updates either on Twitter or nothing with the game as well. Still says 4 seconds. And nothing over on the Twitter page as well. For sure, Ants. Kentucky is going to be a tough out to get out during March Madness for sure. Just keeps on getting better and better each and every game. And Emmanuel quickly finding his mojo from three-point range. He's been able to sink it down. Wow, yeah, UNLV on the road at San Diego State winning now 23-14 with 9:20 left to go in the first half. So that's the only other ranked game going on at the moment currently. Yeah, it looks like Rhode Island's still in timeout. Nothing on the Twitter page either as I refresh the Rhody men's basketball page. Nothing on their page. Yeah, Davison must be at the free throw line. Let's see if there's anything on the other page here for Twitter. Before I sign off, I'll give you guys the updates. Yeah, nothing. Davison's just been an odd team. Yeah, oof. Big oof with 2 seconds left to go. You got to get a major just... Timeout Rhode Island. So they had timeouts in their pocket. Got to draw up something. Draw up something. Maybe a 3-ball if they try to get a foul or something. It's interesting, though. Davison, look at Davison. These past few games, they crushed UMass 85-50. They destroyed Fordham 79-49. Beat St. Bonaventure by 31. And it's just crazy what they've done this season for Davison. That people have rolled them out. They lost at George Washington 107-104. It's just been a weird read to get on this team so far this year. They beat St. Louis. They lost against St. Joseph's in the last game. 1 second left to go. Lost against St. Joseph's by 1 at St. Joe's 73-72. It's so odd. So odd. I feel like them as a 13-12 team, much improved. Much better than a lot of the league. For sure, Glenn, Kentucky's going to go so deep in March. Just trying to wait for that final score. Thank you so much for the update, Raptor 2.0. But was going to stay live for you guys until the final score of Rhode Island versus Davison for tonight. With 1 second left remaining. Yep, put it into the second overtime. Classic. One second left. It's just stuck on 1. Man, imagine if... Oof. Big oof. Jeff Dowden turnover. I think Davison's going to the free throw line again. Because Jeff Dowden turned it over with 2 seconds. I think that's what happened. No confirmation on anything yet. Crazy. As they just keep on refreshing and there's nothing. They must still have like a timeout or so, but that's insane for what it does to like the bubble and everything. Because Rhode Island's at a 9 right now. They needed to suffer no bad losses unless it was against Dayton. Okay, so they have the ball with 1.7. Thanks so much for the update, Raptor 2.0. That would be crazy if they were able to pull something off. Awesome stream here, folks, tonight. So we had a good one go down. So thanks so much for the update here. I'm just going to stay on for the final 1.7 seconds left to go. And that game's over on CBS Sports Network. That San Diego State game has been delayed majorly since they're already taking on UNLV. And it's 25-16. UNLV is leading by 9 points. I don't know anymore. Puts out Gator Nation lost the battle but not the war. With a rematch coming up, these two teams take on each other to close out the season March 7th over on CBS at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So the season finale will be Kentucky versus Florida. Man, almost hit the half-court shot. That'd be crazy. Thanks so much for the update, man. Oh, man, it's unfortunate, but rip there. Big oof as far as the tournament bubble. Almost hit it, though. That's crazy. But, yeah, just can't suffer any more bad losses after that one if you want to be on the tournament. Interested to see where they basically put them in the bracket. Probably move them from like a 9 or a 10 to the playing game, most likely. And then they take on St. Louis next week, which I'm nervous about that matchup too. St. Louis is actually a pretty good team. So, yeah, this Davison team is actually good. They're, like, actually good. So, yeah, they put up a battle for sure. Hopefully the tournament committee can see that and see that later on. But for sure, they definitely put up a battle on this one. Going to sign off here on the stream, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your night.